$50.
Yeah, man.
That is insanely generous.
Now I'm
Thank
broke
you.
as hell, and I'm gonna need you to help me out. Pay for my rent now for my house.
Oh my God, I'll split it with you.
All right, appreciate
I'll split it with you. No, seriously, very generous, dude. Thank you very much. That's very
man.
kind.
And actually, Amanda, I want to say sent you guys something too.
Did she?
Yeah. She
Okay.
sent, and at first she just sent it to Stoke, and I said, "AB, so Stokely's your favorite."
Oh, I do see her right now.
So I was like, so
Ms. Manda.
Yeah.
Ms. Manda. That's what my 4-year-old calls her, Ms. Manda. You know, she's trying to say. Yeah, thank you so much to Amanda Brown as well. And then, by the way, our market manager, Katie Reed, also donated to ZachCares.com to help disadvantaged kids through the nonprofit of recruiting
So you
classroom.
need one more
man.
$1 pretty much.
That is so
5,
cool, man, dude. I
Come on,
like sincerely, dude. I am, and we're just, we were talking at the start of our show about the lack of humanity that was showed the other night outside of Madison Square Garden, and I just, man, you guys, our listeners, it just, you have impacted my life in ways that you will never understand, truly, and it's through stuff like this. It's through running into people out in the community saying, "Man, I listen to you and Phil every day," and oftentimes my response will be, "Man, that'll never get old to hear."
No.
Because it will never, ever, ever get old. And if it does, I need to leave this business in a hurry. And you guys are just great, and I just love being a part of this community. We've talked about stuff behind the scenes, and there's been opportunities to leave in larger markets and to chase, something that is not going to fill, some void. I love being here, and it just means a lot. So I know I'm getting sappy, but that's how I feel.
I got some tissue right here.
That's how I feel. No tears, but my heartstrings get tugged on when I see the generosity of this stuff, and you and Amanda and Katie and just everyone in our community that has donated to this. Because I'm not getting $1, but I know where it goes.
Yes.
I've seen it this past year, and they're aiming to impact 440 kids. I believe the projection is to impact in some way, and all these dollars are going to go towards that. So means a lot. Okay. OTAs. Phase 2.
Thursday, tomorrow. It's down. It's coming down. It's going down. Let's go. Let's bow.
Is your number one theme that you'll be looking out for staying the same week over week? I would totally understand why it would. It was Jalen Waddle a week ago.
Yeah.
Is that still the case going into tomorrow?
Of course, I'm going to have my eyes on Jalen Waddle. Of course, I want to see him continue to grow in his position and see what else they're going to do with him throughout the time we get out there. But my eyes are going to Evan Ingram this time.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, I want to see what Evan Ingram is going to bring to the table yet again. Now, Z, last Thursday, both you and I, we were out there. We were watching practice, and Jarrett Stidham was getting Evan Ingram involved a lot. Evan Ingram was opening up, stretching the football field vertically. He was coming across the football field. He was catching short passes, and he was doing it all. I want to see if that continues to be the case, and they're consistent in their actions when it comes to Evan Ingram. I want to see Evan Ingram and what he looks like when he's getting more involved. And I said this earlier. I said he's a build-up guy.
Sure.
He needs to get going early, and if you can get him going early,
I like that
the confidence is going to build within him, and now he's starting to make those plays. He'll start to feel himself. He'll start breaking tackles, and you'll get more out of Evan Ingram if you get him going early. So I want to see Evan Ingram and what he brings to the table tomorrow, man.
I love that. I think that's a really good one. I would say the thing that, and I have a lot of interest about tomorrow, but if I were to isolate what I'm most curious about, it's something that actually comes after practice. We're going to hear from Davis Webb for the first time tomorrow.
We are. Mr. Webb, stand up.
And you hear these players just rave about Davis Webb. Like he's some sort of miracle worker almost. Like everyone to a man is gushing over Davis Webb. Here was Garrett Bowles in the last 24 hours talking about the new offensive coordinator.
I mean, the nice thing is our offense hasn't changed too much, right? Just because they want to keep it as similar as possible. But there's obviously some changes, different terminologies that we all got to get used to. But I love Davis Webb. He's young. He's been in the league before. He knows exactly what we go through on a regular basis. He knows what works. He's also played quarterback in this league. And to play quarterback in this league, it's not an easy task at all. And, there's so many different little things that you didn't really realize when you hear from a quarterback as your OC. So seeing that, hearing that, and being a part of that is special. Obviously, Coach Payton did a phenomenal job. He's one of the best to ever do it in this league. And, he's going to be right there cheering us on and doing everything that we need to do to get right. But I love him. I love Davis Webb. And I'm just really excited to see what this team can do. We have everything going for us. in all four corners, and we just got to continue to get this car, continue to move, and let this truck do what it does. And so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this season and seeing what we can do.
You got to love Ballsy. Like, get this car going, and we know what this truck can do. You know?
At some point, GB's just like me. You just got to land the plane, buddy. Just land the plane. Just land the plane, man.
That is funny. That is so funny. We love Ballsy.
Yeah.
But you hear some of this stuff, and this is why, you know, I love the gushing to a point, but when you hear and I know he's not doing it on purpose, but like it's like, yeah, Sean's gonna be cheering us on.
Yeah, like
it's
that's like a shot.
Well, hold on a second, dude.
It's like being the cheerleader now.
Like you were here when the Broncos were winning 5 and 6 games. Sean Payton shows up. You're in immediate postseason contention in year 1. You're in the postseason in year 2. You're hosting the AFC Championship game in year 3.
Now he's taking a back seat.
And now he's a cheerleader. And it's like, hold on a second. Just let's see how this unfolds. Davis Webb has yet to call his first game.
But what it's doing, and we all know what Garrett Bowles doing or what Cortland Sutton's doing by calling Davis Webb a mad scientist. That's what I heard what Court said. Is you're giving confidence to Davis Webb as your play caller. But also, if you're Sean, you're probably going to feel some type of way. Like, damn, what did I do to everybody? I've been here. I built the culture here. I built this team up.
Right.
And now you guys are making me be this cheerleader when you know good damn well that it's going to be Sean Payton that's going to have the last say.
Right.
When you go into those meetings Friday before the game really actually goes down on Sunday, Sean's going to give the go-ahead of, like, I like that play, I don't like that play, and on third downs, this is what we're going to do. And then Davis Webb has to go back, correct some things, and then say, okay, coach, this is what we'll run then. But that's what is going to happen no matter what, because I've been through too many different coaches and head coaches that have the final say.
Yeah. He'll be cheering them on. Oh, all right.
Get your popcorn ready. The pom-poms out.
Oh, my gosh. That is too funny. But I love the excitement. Bleacher Report ranked the top 10 wide receiver units in the NFL. Did the Broncos make the list? The answer is yes. We'll tell you where next.
You asked for it, you got it. Backed by popular demand, it's the Drives Brouhaha.
Big social brouhaha.
This summer, Zach and Phil are back on the road bringing their party to you. Next up, North Glen. June 12th from 2 to 6 at the Glen Bar and Grill.
There was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Golf season is in full swing, and if you're anything like me, you're always looking for that next tee time with friends and family. What's up, guys? It's Zach here. I'm completely obsessed with golf these days, and that's why I spend so much time playing Aurora Golf's 5 public courses. Each course is unique. It'll test your golf skills. Aurora Hills, a great walking course. Meadow Hills, an old-school course that has a classic layout. Murphy Creek can challenge the best players, and if you're lucky, you might catch a fighter jet flyover from Buckley Space Force Base. Talk to me, Goose. Saddle Rock feels like a mountain course in the city. I was just there yesterday. The views never disappoint. Spring Hill is perfect for beginners or anyone looking to become a short game chef. But what keeps me coming back, man, these tee times, they're available, all right? Their course conditions, fantastic. Practice facilities, fantastic. Friendly staffers, familiar faces, restaurants for post-round fun. From beginners just starting out to competitive players, Aurora Golf has a course you're going to love. Book your tee time, schedule a lesson like I did yesterday, or learn more about their leagues and programs at golfaurora.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, Drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Your siding is calling.
It has something to say.
By the time siding looks bad on the outside, the real damage is already done underneath. And in Colorado, that happens faster than you think. That's why I trust Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. They start with what actually holds up long term. They have served Denver in the Front Range for over 50 years. And right now, get 20% off a James Hardy siding. Visit windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
Don't miss out on the biggest savings of the year at Cresco Restaurant Equipment's 4-Day Expo Sale, June 10th through 13th in Aurora. Huge discounts on their entire inventory of restaurant equipment and supplies. Factory reps on hand and giveaways. Search Cresco Denver Expo for details.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has stood beside Colorado families after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion won, we know how to fight for you. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit willhitewins.com. That's willhitewins.com.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recyclon Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recyclon.org/Colorado.
Rev up Father's Day with gearhead gifts from SummitRacing.com. Or give a Summit Racing gift card. Plus, enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, playoff basketball action continues as San Antonio faces New York in Game 4, starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
All right, rolling right along here. You know, our friends at Bleacher Report, they did a top 10 ranking of wide receiver units post A.J. Brown trade.
We were already ahead of them, ZB. We did ours at the beginning. Remember this? About a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we talked about the Denver Broncos, the receiver tandem, the duo there.
Do you remember where you had the Broncos?
Yeah, I had him in the top 5.
You had him in the top 5. I think you had him like 5, I think.
5, yeah, maybe 4, something like that. But, yeah, I definitely had them in the top 5 because of Jalen Waddle and what he brings to the table, but also Cortland Sutton and how consistent he is. And then you can sprinkle in Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, Marvin Mims. I mean, they are loaded with talent. And now you have to unlock all that talent, but they're top 5, Z, in my eyes.
Well, Bleacher Report, they released their top 10, and what they did is they listed, and they had a little blurb for each team that landed inside the top 10, but they listed the top 3 receivers, which is an interesting task here in Denver, depending on who you're asking.
Yeah.
Who is that third wideout? And I think that's going to be one of the most fun sort of battles to watch throughout the summer. Who emerges from those guys? I'll tell you who they had here in just a second. But counting down from 10, the 10th best wide receiver unit in the NFL, the Houston Texans, with Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Jaden Higgins.
No, that's number 10.
That's number 10. Number 9 is A.J. Brown, Kayshon Boutte, and Romeo Dobbs in New England.
All right.
Number 8 is Jacksonville. Still haven't heard the Broncos yet. Brian Thomas, Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington.
You got to throw in Travis Hunter, too, now. Got to throw him in there.
Yeah, well, what's next with that whole...
He had that bad injury to his knee.
Mm-hmm.
I think at some point you do have to kind of sit there and say, yeah, we may want him to play both sides at times, but he needs to pick a side. Pick a side, get better at that side, and then from there, if you need some depth, a backup, you can go that route. But you have to keep this man healthy. He was the 2nd pick in the NFL draft.
Correct.
Getting paid a lot of money to be available. And in order to keep him available, you're going to have to probably take him off of one side of the football.
Tried to tell everyone before the draft. Tried to tell everyone. People forget. I'll remind them. I'll remind them.
The experiment did not work, and you pivot. You pivot from it so that you can keep your draft your top dog, your top draft pick healthy.
Didn't Jacksonville move up for him? Is that right?
So I want to say
am I misremembering that?
They did actually move up because it was the Browns that moved back.
There you go.
It was the Browns that moved back. Jacksonville, I think, moved up, picked up Travis Hunter, and the rest was history.
Okay. So counting down from 10, Bleacher Report has and counting down the top 10 best wide receiver units in the NFL. Texans number 10, Patriots number 9, Jags number 8, number 7, the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh, okay.
Jackson Smith-Njigba, Cooper Kupp, and Rashid Shaheed. Let's put a pin in this one.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to put a fat pin in that one.
And then you get to the 6th best wide receiver unit in the entire NFL. According to our friends at Bleacher Report, it's your Denver Broncos. And the top 3 receivers that they list, Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, Troy Franklin.
Okay.
Fair?
I mean, it's out of the top 5 by 1. I have him in the top 5, and I had him number 4. You add in Troy Franklin. Troy Franklin did take a big step in the right direction. His first year, a little over 200 yards. The next year, last year, he was more explosive, more dynamic. He went for 709 or 10 yards. So you add that with Jalen Waddle, who is a 1,000-yard receiver when he's with the right quarterback and he can stay healthy. And you have Cortland Sutton that went for 1,000 yards last year. I think that they're still doing Denver dirty. They need to be in the top 5.
Doing Denver dirty.
They're doing them diggity dirty.
Dude, they have them over Seattle.
But because Cooper Kupp is getting older.
Hey, hold on.
He's getting older.
Hold on. I think the Broncos have a top 10 unit. When we did the exercise last week, I think I had them at 6th. I think I had them just outside the top 5 at number 6. This is where Bleacher Report has them. If I'm doing this job in Seattle, I think it'd be more fair to say Seattle's getting done dirty. Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Like other
holy smokes!
Other than that, man,
it's
we're talking about
leading
duos.
receiver.
But we're talking about duos, not just one guy.
It's a room. They're doing the rooms, not duos.
Okay, so the whole room,
wide receiver, and then they isolate the top 3. If you wanted to say top 3,
so even for the top 3, like you take him out of it, Cooper Kupp is getting older. He is not the same receiver he was 2 years ago. Cortland Sutton, as of right now, is better than Cooper Kupp.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
And so you add Jalen Waddle, who has taken a step back, not because of himself, but because of Tua in the Miami Dolphins being dysfunctional. And now he's in a situation where he's going to thrive with Bo Nix, who's only getting better in year 3, and Cortland Sutton, that's going to take pressure off of him. You have to put the Denver Broncos in front of the Seattle Seahawks.
I don't think you have to.
Oh, you're going to.
I don't think you have to.
And they just did.
They did. They did. I can't co-sign it, though.
Look at you.
I mean, JSN is, you could make an argument he's the baddest dude walking planet Earth.
As of right now, yeah.
And he just had one of the single great receiver seasons in NFL history, almost 1,800 yards, averaging over 105 yards per game, over 500 yards after the catch. And I think
with a bad mother, shut your mouth.
And the addition of Shaheed. Now, Shaheed doesn't have great numbers with Seattle. He was only there for 9 games after being traded from New Orleans. But I would give baby pushback on that. I'm not going to die on that hill. I'd give baby pushback. And I think the tiebreaker is that the Seattle Seahawks just went and won the Super Bowl.
Okay, but who was the Super Bowl MVP?
A running back.
Okay, that's why. They ran the hell out that football.
They
ran the hell out that football. Not the receivers. All right, it was that running back. So, I mean, if you want to go that route, Z, and you want to put Seattle in front of Denver because you hate Denver's receiver room, I get you.
I don't hate Denver's receiver room. I'm calling them the 6th best in the entire NFL.
The top 5, baby.
But it's whether they're 5th or 6th, like, it's an incredible, I think, tip of the hat to where this receiver room is at and where it's going. Mm-hmm. And hopefully we're just in unanimous agreement this time next year that the Broncos, of course, they have a top 5 wide receiver room. Look at Waddle did. Look at the step that, this guy took, that guy took. The one area where I'm just not sure if the third wideout is going to be Troy Franklin. And I know why they put it there because most of the evidence points to that. He had the biggest season.
Exactly.
But for Pat Bryant and his rookie status to look as veteran-natured as he did throughout the year. Now, he's got to stay healthy. We know that.
Hold on now, Z.
But he had the top catch rate on the team. The guy doesn't drop passes. His reliability rating is incredible.
It was a build-up, though. The thing is, he didn't get involved.
Like I told you it was going to be.
But also, it's like he had less reps. So you're sitting here saying the reliability. Well, yeah, because he had less reps. He shouldn't drop the ball with less reps because if he's dropping the ball.
Well, he's in less of a flow. He's in less of a flow. He's in less of a rhythm.
Oh, man.
What about that angle?
Look, you could go that route. Troy Franklin is going to take another step. He said it himself. He wants to be a Pro Bowl receiver. And this was said before Jalen Waddle came to town. But for Troy Franklin, he's comfortable. He's getting more confident. He has more control over his body than he did in his rookie year. He understands what he can bring to the table. And now that you have Waddle and you have Court on the outsides, it's one-on-one with Troy Franklin, who has the speed that has really good route running ability. I love me some Pat Bryant.
Do you?
I do. But
are you sure?
But Troy Franklin is going to be the number 3 receiver going into the year, baby.
All right. That's fun conversation, fun battle to follow. We'll see how it all unfolds on game days. Going into another NBA Finals game this evening, I have a big picture question about Nikola Jokic. We'll ask it next.
When watching the NBA and Stanley Cup Final, just how close do the Nuggets and Avalanche seem to those teams?
Avs are obviously there. They're there. They are there, obviously. I know that they, got swept and it wasn't pretty in the finals, but conference finals. But overall, we know they're a really good team. They're going to be a really good team next year. They're just having a hard time taking that next step in the playoffs. Nuggets, I right now, we'll see if they make moves, what they do, but I think they're so far away in the West.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This summer, all roads lead to Groove Toyota in Inglewood during our Summer on Us sales event at the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. New Tacoma's only $349 a month lease. GrooveToyota.com. New Tacoma's only $349 a month lease ends soon. Hurry into Inglewood to Groove Toyota before the best Tacomas are gone. Groove Toyota. Start here. Go anywhere.
Closed end lease for 36 months with $34.99 due at signing. Zero security deposit. On approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details. Offer expires 6/30/26.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. Denver's recent hailstorm hit hard. Golf ball size hail, damaged shingles, cracked siding, dented gutters. You might not see it from the ground, but your roof took a beating. And I don't want you to wait around for a leak to find out. Call Monarch Construction and Roofing today for your free no-obligation storm damage inspection. Monarch works directly with your insurance company, so you don't have to. Monarch Construction and Roofing, your local Denver storm damage experts. Visit monarchroofing.com to schedule your appointment today. Monarch Roofing is your official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Women go through many changes in their lives. And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Hey, Stoke here for ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Summer is coming in hot. Don't wait. Beat the rush with an early bird cooling system tune-up and inspection for only $49 from ROX Rocks Heating and Air. They'll inspect your system and keep you cool when everyone else is scrambling. Call Rocks Heating and Air today and schedule your tune-up before the end of June. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Ent is becoming wings. It's a big change. But we're not changing the way we show up for our communities, or our personal service, or the people who provide it. We're not changing locations. We're not even replacing the coffee machine. But we are changing our name. We'll probably even get some new pens. It'll be a big day for pen people. Ent Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
One Wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, as we go into another NBA Finals game, Game 4 tonight.
Another.
Man, what? This is, we have a series on our hands.
We do. I thought that the Knicks were gonna win I thought they were going to sweep the Spurs. I thought the Spurs were done. They're a young team. Seemed like they kind of got tight in those moments, but they proved me wrong. They're ready to roll.
Well, you want to know what's interesting? It was a couple, maybe a week and a half ago when I was talking about the Spurs being the most ahead of schedule team in NBA history.
Yeah.
And that is doubly true after they went into Madison Square Garden and beat the favored Knicks. And do you remember me saying, I said, the analogy that you can make, there's a couple of them, to this Spurs team. It's the 77 Blazers. That's way back in the day. Young Bill Walton. They win a championship with no experience. But I mentioned the Orlando Magic in the mid-'90s with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, Mr. Shaq.
And Shaq is like the closest analog that you can get to Wemby. He was something like we had never seen before. And that's the case for Wemby, just a different body type. And
Magic ended up losing that series to Houston.
Yes, they did. But put a pin in that for a second. And the other analog I gave was the 2007 Cavs with LeBron James. They had no experience. They got to the finals. What is the similarity between the 1995 Orlando Magic, who, by the way, the Orlando Magic had never won a playoff game as a franchise before that season. They were the favored team. People forget that. Penny, Shaq, Nick Anderson, Horace Grant, they were favored to win the NBA championship, and they got swept by Houston. What happened to LeBron's team in 2007? They were also swept.
Yeah.
So it was reasonable to look at the most ahead of schedule team in NBA history and say what you said. They're going to get swept because the other analogs that we found, outside of the 77 Blazers, that I brought up last week, they got swept. So here the Spurs are showing real mettle, real poise in the belly of the beast of Madison Square Garden in one of the most electric environments that you can find in all of sport. So,
but does it still move the needle for you? Do you believe that the Spurs can pull this off and win it, or do you still think that the Knicks are going to find a way tonight to say, all right, the fun's over. We know what we need to do. We need to bury you guys right now. Don't even give you guys a chance to think you're in this, and you move on from there.
So I think the Knicks are going to win the series, and I predicted that before the series started. But the Spurs are absolutely live to win, because if they win tonight and they beat the Knicks in MSG back-to-back games the same way that the Knicks did in San Antonio in back-to-back games, they will turn back to the series favorite. The Spurs will be the series favorite. They will have taken back home court advantage. Yep. And so, yeah, I think they're live to win. When we saw the Spurs go into Oklahoma City, like two of the most intense games within a series, Game 1 and Game 7. And when they went into OKC and stole Game 1, and then when they won Game 7, like there's nothing that I'm not ready to put a ceiling on this group.
No, you can't. They're too young, too dangerous, and Wemby is just beginning.
Dude, their three best players are 22, 21, and 20.
Damn.
I mean, I'm talking with a former college teammate the other night, texting back and forth, and I'm not so sure I've seen a better rookie than Dylan Harper, ever. And I'm not saying he's the greatest prospect ever, and I know that other, say number one picks have had heavier lifts, if you will.
Yeah.
Like a young LeBron James. His lift was heavier than Dylan Harper's. Cooper Flagg, his lift, Paolo Banchero, his lift is heavier than Dylan Harper's. But I have never seen a rookie, a 20-year-old who cannot buy a beer, make such an impact on every single postseason game he's playing in. Like, dude.
Offense, defense, you name it.
When Christian Brown scored 15 points off the bench, I think it was Game 3 of the NBA Finals in 2023. Don't quote me on the game. But he came off the bench and scored 15 points as a rookie. It was the first time that a rookie had scored 15 points in an NBA Finals game since Sam Cassell in 1995 against the Magic. We don't see this. So to see a rookie look like the best player on the floor in like for an entire quarter of an NBA Finals game, I just can't remember seeing anything like Dylan Harper.
But Z, this is what's good for the game right now. For
it
the
is
NBA right now. We're all tuned in. We're watching these young guys fly around. They're fun to watch. They play great defense. They got a little bit of spunk to them and some funk to them, where they're just doing everything the right way. And then for the Knicks, it's like there's a bunch of veterans out there that want to win. There's a lot of guys that haven't won. I don't know how many have won a title on that team, Z, but I know that they're
on the Knicks.
Yeah, Knicks.
Who's won a title on the Knicks? I don't think anyone.
Yeah,
did OG Anunoby win one with Toronto? I think he did, actually.
So you might have one, maybe somebody on the bench. So you got these vets that want to feel the chill of that trophy, and these young guns and bucks that want to kind of say, hey, like, we're this new and improved team that is ahead of schedule.
Man, so this has been, like, just so fun. And guys, America is watching. We just got the numbers from Game 3. Holy guacamole. Drew, behind the glass, tell our listeners the numbers that you just got.
It is the most watched finals Game 3 since 1998.
And reference point, that's Jordan's last season with the Bulls. That's
Correct.
a rematch against the Utah Jazz from the previous year.
23.8 million people.
Dang.
On average. It peaked at 26.3 million, up 159% over last year.
Hey,
come on now.
Hey. Let's settle down with the baseball's taking over basketball conversation.
Can't you?
Settle the hell down. Are you kidding me?
Simmer down.
These are football numbers. That's NFL numbers.
Yes.
Holy smokes. 23 million on average, you say?
23.8. That's incredible.
That is insane. Like for a reference, another reference point, the Stanley Cup Finals right now, they're doing pretty well.
They're doing really well. Like
they're doing well. They're getting like 4 million people to watch.
I think it was 5.1.
You better correct yourself.
Game 3.
Drew's like, hey, correct yourself.
And
now,
that's
Z.
and that's like that's got to be up,
That's
right?
that's one of the best ever.
That's one of the best ever.
Is that 5 million?
5 million people watched, and we just said 23 million people watched Game 3 of the NBA Finals.
New York with the New York Knicks mixed with a young and hungry team. Young and hungry is dangerous. Isn't that what Sean Payton always says?
And everyone's so curious about Wemby.
Yes.
I said this a month ago. For a lot of casual sports fans, they're just getting to know the Victor Wembanyama experience, and people can't take their eyes off him. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's like you to me, huh? They just look at me every day like, damn, man. I wish I could be Phil.
File that under things that have never been said. Okay. I have to ask the question about Nikola Jokic. It's a big question, all right? We'll also get into some Broncos stuff. That's all next.
Parents, looking for a fun way to get your kid active this summer?
Are you kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan's third annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan Youth Football Camp is back. Brought to you by Walmart. Saturday, June 27th at Denver South High School's All-City Stadium. Your child ages 8 to 14 will learn the fundamentals of football in a safe, hands-on environment from people who played the game at the highest level. We're talking former Denver Broncos Mark Schlereth, Phillip Lindsay, and Brandon Stokely, along with a trusted coaching staff from Denver South. And every dollar raised goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado. So your family is giving back just by showing up. Sign up today at DenverSports.com/camp. That's DenverSports.com/camp.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, let's do some honest math. The interest rate on your credit cards, 20% or more. Your mortgage rate, much lower. So why are you sending hundreds of dollars a month to credit card companies when your home's equity could wipe out that debt? That's exactly what American Financing helps homeowners do. And they're doing it every single day for people just like you. Consolidate, collaborate, conquer. The average customer saves around $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants are licensed in all 50 states. No upfront fees, no obligation. Stop financing your past and start funding your future. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
The game started. Call your dad.
I'm on it, Ma. Hola, Pa.
Hello, hijita. I can't hear you. I'm at the stadium in Monterrey.
Here, shout goal together. Get nonstop talk, text, and data in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada with T-Mobile, America's best network. Switch on the T-Life app or on T-Mobile.com/connectate. On qualifying plans, not for extended international use. You must reside in the U.S. In primary usage must occur on our network. Best based on analysis by Ookla. Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025.
If you're looking for an SUV that's ready for anything Colorado throws at you, Champ Honda has you covered with the 2026 Honda Passport. It's bold, rugged, and built for the adventurer in all of us. Whether it's a mountain trail or a Monday morning commute, the 2026 Passport can handle it with ease. And with their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, you get a fair price up front, one advisor from start to finish, and way less time at the dealership. And remember, they never charge dealer handling fees.
Dan, I'm not looking to get rich, but I'm not sure what to do. It's something we hear a lot at 303 Law 4040 from people. They've been hurt. They just don't know what to do next. Should they talk to the insurance company? Who's going to pay their medical bills? What if they have to miss work? They don't want to call a lawyer, and they certainly don't want to sue anyone, but they just don't know what to do. Here, take one of our small town clients. He was seriously hurt on his neighbor's property. Tough as nails, salt of the earth guy, and all he was looking to do was the right thing. He said, Dan, I have to live in this town, and I want to be able to hold my head up high when I walk down the street. So if you're talking about suing my neighbor, I'm not interested. I explained that we probably wouldn't have to sue anybody, and we certainly weren't going to hurt his neighbor. In the end, we got him $1.5 million, and he could still hold his head up high in that small town. If you've been hurt, you don't have to feel guilty for calling 303 Law 4040. We are here to help and fight for what's fair. We don't farm you out to a call center. In fact, we give all of our clients our cell phone numbers. We hope you never need us, but save that number in your phone just in case. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
What's up, guys? Phillip Lindsay here. And summer is already here. Tea times, perfect drives, and enjoying the greens with your family and friends. But if joint pain is holding you back, keeping you off the golf course, discover natural pain-free relief with Regen RX. Their shockwave, stem cell, and PRP therapy could be the key to reclaiming your swing and active golfing life. No surgery, no downtime, and no risk. Right now, they're offering a limited number of consultations. Text PAIN to 303-630-9770 to see if you're a candidate. Don't wait any longer. Go see my friends at Regen RX right now.
When it's sports, you love watching the pros.
If it's surgery, you definitely want the pros.
When you need a new roof, call Denver Roof Pros.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
Non-stop rodeo action at Cheyenne Frontier Days. Every ride and every run counts. It's sudden death. Move on or ride off into the sunset. Cheyenne Frontier Days, the wildest ride in the West.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, playoff basketball action continues as San Antonio faces New York in Game 4, starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
All right, just putting a bow on the conversation that we were just having. One, just insane ratings for the NBA Finals. Like, you know, for all the complaints that people have about, you know, NBA basketball, and I'm not saying it's a perfect product, it kind of reminds me of college football to a degree. So many people complain about college football and the NIL and the transfer portal, and all of it is complaint worthy. I'm not saying it's not, but we squeal and moan about it, And then on Saturdays, we put it on and we watch it.
Oh, because it's enjoyable. I mean, you're talking about college kids usually it's like they're trying to make it to the next level, so they're giving everything they got. And it's college football. It's exciting. It's dramatic. The NBA right now is the same way. And I believe it's because you got new blood in there. It's young, high flying, and it's not as stagnant as it used to be. And from what you guys have been telling me and explaining about these young guys coming into the draft coming into the draft for the NBA, like there's some top dogs that are going to change some of these teams and the trajectory of some of these teams. So you're going to see a lot more people wanting to be more invested in what's going on with these young guys and how they grow and develop.
The league, the NBA, is in such good hands. It's ridiculous. Like, and we, the NBA had a real problem after Jordan retired. The ratings just went into the basement, and they needed to recover. And by the way, what happened was, a little history lesson. So Jordan retires in 1998. He plays his last game with the Chicago Bulls, and what happened not long after that? There was a lockout.
Yeah.
So when the general public saw the face of the NBA walk away on his own accord, and then you have a lockout when these guys, it's millionaires fighting with billionaires, it turned so many people off, and those two energies fused together created just a ratings tank. And what got it back up few years later was the Shaq and Kobe dynasty. And there became this changing of the guard. And what we're seeing right now in the NBA is we have the guy who's been the face of NBA basketball for nearly 2 decades, LeBron James,
yes,
along with Steph Curry, another face of the game, not to the degree of LeBron, but
he's up there.
He's up there. And you're seeing these guys on, if they're playing 18 holes, they're on hole 17 or 18, right? So we say that like they're on the back nine.
Yep.
They're on hole 17 or 18. But you're seeing the league in such an incredible place where I cannot believe that 23 million Americans watched Game 3, and it peaked at 26 million.
What is it going to look like tonight? Like, is it going to be a little bit over 23? Is it going to be 24, 25 to start the game, and then it's going to peak at like 27? I mean, there's so much drama in this game, so much firepower from both sides of the ball. I mean, you gotta watch. You gotta stay invested.
To. Yeah, you just have to. And there's still this old guard that is in the NBA right now, who I love, and because I'm damn near emotional about the game of basketball. I just love it. And
you're ready. You're ready to fight for it.
No doubt. The reason I'm sitting in this chair is because of the game of basketball, and that's the truth. And obviously, I have to work hard and do it. But what opened the initial doors for me was the game of basketball. And so I love the old guard, the LeBron, the Steph, the Kevin Durant, the James Harden. I'm not so much a Harden guy, but like
he changed the game.
He did, and some could argue maybe for not the better. But you have, and then you have this middle group that we're very familiar with that are still like in their 20s, guys like Luka Doncic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Anthony Edwards and Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell and Jaylen Brown and Devin Booker, Jalen Brunson. And then you have this really young group where it's like Cade Cunningham, Paolo Banchero, Victor Wembanyama, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey, guys like that. And then you have this new crop that's going to come in, and this is supposed to be one of the best drafts in recent memory that has star power at the top, depth in the middle, where you had 1/3 of the league trying to lose games so they could get more ping pong balls and grab one of these players, to the degree where the sport literally had to change the rules. So the NBA is in an incredible place. It's such an easy target, I think, for just guys that do what we do, and if you're looking for stuff, you'll find stuff.
Yeah.
Right? If you're
Good
looking
and bad.
If you're looking for stuff that you don't like, you'll find it. But when people vote with their time, college football is broken. Well, it's the most successful and most watched season of all time. And the season before that was the most successful and watched season of all time. And so here we are at the NBA. When you're talking about 23 million people, guys, to put that in perspective, you can take last year's World Series and Stanley Cup, put them together, and more people watch Game 3 2 nights ago.
And it's only going to get better from here. And the only thing that goes in my mind, Z, and I don't know if you remember this, it was probably a year ago. We were talking about the NBA and how the NBA is branching out. And now they have a unit or organization that's dealing with Africa.
Yes.
And so imagine what that's going to look like in 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now when they start to develop those young men over there.
Dude. What? And so I brought that up a year ago.
Yeah.
I've talked about it even before that because
I
they
got
launched
great memory, baby.
They launched NBA Africa. I want to say like a half decade ago, and it's going to take some time, but just wait because the Africans are coming. It's going to change everything. Where you have an entire a continent of people that is completely untapped, and it just takes 1 or 2 to break through and inspire a whole nation. And I saw it 25 years ago with Steve Nash and Vince Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Canadians didn't make it to the NBA, and Steve Nash broke through, and you had a team like the Toronto Raptors land a superstar in Vince Carter, and he became one of the most 5 most popular players of that era.
My man could fly.
And then now look. The league's MVP is Canadian. The league's biggest villain in Dylan the Villain Brooks is Canadian. You have a guy like Jamal Murray, an all-NBA player, is Canadian. A guy like Kelly Olynyk, who's Canadian. Like, we can just name Canadian players off the top of our heads now. That wasn't the case 25 years ago. The same thing will happen with Africa, and someone will break through and inspire a nation.
Somebody's going to be like 8-2. They'll be like 8-2 over there. Like, what the hell?
Totally. I and we're going to see just, again, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. And once they tap into that, it's going to change everything. Just more evidence. You want little Johnny to get that scholarship, don't point him towards basketball. Just don't.
You got to be book smart, y'all. Just stick with the books.
Yes, says Phil. Be book smart.
Be book smart, y'all.
Says Phil. So here's my big picture question about the Joker.
Yeah.
Will Jokic ever again have the title of greatest player in the world?
Ooh.
Because right now he doesn't have that anymore.
He doesn't. You get bounced in the first round, like you don't get that title anymore.
And you see someone like Victor.
Exactly.
He's not coming. He's here.
SGA. I mean.
Yeah. Right.
Sports, it's all about youth, and you start to realize that as you're in these sports and you're getting older, and you can't hang with these young guys anymore, and you start questioning, can you play anymore? So with that being said, with Jokic, he's getting older. He's in his 30s. He's only going to get older from here. And when you don't have the players around you doing their part, starring in their roles, taking pressure off of you, it's harder for you to do your job. And for that, I don't believe that we're going to ever call Jokic the greatest player to play the game again. It's going to be Wemby. It's going to be SGA. No matter what Jokic does, it's not going to be the same. And on top of that, Z, when you talk about, and I'm big on this, if you're going to call somebody the greatest, they better be able to do 2 things: score and play defense. And Jokic doesn't play defense, and as he gets older, he's not going to want to play defense.
Yeah, he's regressed as a defender. If we're just being real, I mean, you go back and watch the 2023 season and how he looked physically, how he was moving around. He's just regressed. There's no defensively. There's no other way to slice it.
So no, Z. I don't think that we'll ever call him the greatest. Now we're going with the greatest player to play the game.
Yeah.
That's a title, and I believe you earn that title every single year. I don't think he's going to get there anymore.
Yeah, and you're making a good point. It's the title of greatest player in the world. It doesn't auto-renew like a subscription. That's something that you have to go out and earn every single night. That said, I do believe at some point in the coming season, there will be a stretch where we as a collective basketball consciousness will say again, this guy is the greatest player in the world right now.
When is that? When we find out the other teams are tanking?
You're not going to see tanking anymore. You're not going to see it, which is going to be a problem for the Denver Nuggets. And we talked about this, where yes, the Nuggets had a good season, regular season on paper, but then when you take into account how many teams were purposefully trying to lose, 1 out of every 3 games came against an opponent whose objective was to end the game with less points.
They were pulling guys.
Literally. Like, we literally saw that with the Utah Jazz having a lead going into the fourth quarter, and they pulled Kyle Filipowski from Duke, who had like 20 and 10, who was playing great. They benched him in an effort to lose. Those games are going bye-bye.
That's wild. Congratulations. You're doing so good. Sit your ass on the bench.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. And this is what I say. Like, if you want to take shots at the NBA, there's things to take shots at. Now, they've changed the construct of the sport. All right, and I think that's good. It's incentivizing winning. That's why we play sports, to win, not to lose. But I believe there will be a pocket of time where Jokic takes back that title this year. And I don't know if it's going to translate to like anything postseason related, but I think that Jokic is such a great player. And if he's focused, he will have a stretch of time. Because, like, what happens right now? Say the Knicks win tonight. The Spurs go down 3-1.
Yeah.
They win in San Antonio like they did games 1 and game 2. The series is over in 5. It opens the discussion. Now, if the Spurs win the championship and come back in this series, Victor Wembanyama will have that title firmly around his waist.
You don't think that no matter what happens, Wemby's not going to have that name? Like, if he is the greatest player to play the game right now.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
And
So I'm not even giving
advocating for
pushback. No doubt about it. Because we've never seen anyone play the game of basketball and impact it defensively more than Wemby. We've never seen it. Not Kareem, not Mutombo, not Olajuwon. Like, we've never seen anything like Wemby. Thus, he's the first ever unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. People don't agree on anything. That's why in the commercials, I've said this for years, they say 9 out of 10 dentists, recommend this toothpaste, because there's one who's like, Crest ain't where it's at. So to have that many voters, 100 voters, all agree on one thing, there's no precedent for it. So yes, I believe right now Victor Wembanyama is the greatest player walking planet Earth. But the further we get removed from watching Jokic play basketball, like, we have to remember this season we saw him have a 60-point triple-double. Like, what?
Yeah.
And I think
insane.
but the phrase out of sight, out of mind exists for situations like this. We haven't seen Jokic play basketball in a month. But when you get bounced in the first round, people are going to sit here and criticize you as a player. And
totally, this is a game of everybody doing their part, correct? Like, this is a team game. 5 guys are on the court at once to do their part. And when all 5 are not doing their part, you don't win. And so for Jokic, if the guys around him are not up to par and doing their part, Jokic can't do his part. And he can score all he wants to, but if he doesn't play great defense, nobody's going to think of him as like, oh, you're still the greatest player to play the game. You have to dominate and you have to win games. And therefore, I don't believe that Jokic will do that because of the guys around him. They are not going to be healthy enough to do it if you run it back with the same team.
So I agree with you, big picture, but I think that at a certain point in time next season, that could actually increase his argument to why he is. Because if the team around him it gets depressed, and I mean, like, from a talent standpoint, not like, emotionally sad or whatever.
Well,
like,
they're gonna be. They're gonna be when they get to the playoffs.
maybe. But like, if you look at the situation around him, I'll say, and he continues to put up just Star Wars numbers, and the Nuggets are a top 4 seed. I'm telling you. This is what I believe. That the conversation with Jokic is not over yet. That's kind of what I'll say.
He'll be looked at as the greatest scorer, not the greatest player.
But he's so much more than a scorer. He led the league in assists and rebounds.
But what about defense? We're just going to neglect that?
No,
the reason why these guys are
yes.
fun to watch, right? We're talking about guys at Spurs and Knicks. They play great defense.
They do. And the Nuggets are doomed.
Plays great.
And the Nuggets are doomed. Big picture from a team, in a championship lens standpoint, if they don't improve that. But for the conversation about greatest player in the game, I think Jokic still, I don't think that conversation is dead yet. That's just what I'm going to say. I don't think it's dead yet because Jokic, he'll give a reminder. That man is one of the best basketball players I've ever put eyes on. And I talk about that Jay-Z song when I start talking about reminding. The Reminder song.
You love to give reminders.
Well, when Jay-Z had the song Reminder from Blueprint 3 that I've talked about for years here, and when he said, no,
Kanye didn't have nothing to do with the beats, right?
No, not on that one.
Okay.
Not on that one. But when he says, 10 number one albums in a row, who's better than me? Only the Beatles. No one's ahead of me. I crust Elvis in his blue suede shoes, make the Rolling Stones seem sweet as Kool-Aid too.
Ooh.
And there will be a pocket of time where it's like, wait, Jokic had 44 and a triple-double, and he followed it up with a 20-20 game, and I'm telling you,
Father Time.
the conversation, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. I refuse to believe it's done.
You may not think it's done. You may refuse it. Oh, it's done.
No, I said the collective basketball consciousness. So not just me, but the conversation I think has potential to reopen at a certain point in time this coming season.
At one point, they didn't want to put Jokic number 2 in the MVP race. They want him out of there.
Dude, again, thank you for reminding. The guy finished second in MVP for a sixth straight year. 6 straight years. 6 straight years, first or second.
First or second.
I mean, that's the first time since Larry Bird and Bill Russell, and we're still in the shadow of that happening. We're forgetting. But
I'm not forgetting. I'm just looking at it. You can't be the greatest if you don't do everything. It's not just scoring, baby.
You're right. It's not just scoring. He led the league.
You don't like defensive players.
Phil, he led the league in assists and rebounds.
Okay.
So you're saying he's not just a scorer.
But they got their asses bounced in the first round because they don't play good defense.
And this is why
these young bucks do.
They do. And this is why I'll continue to say trading Jamal Murray needs to be on the table, because you aren't winning anything when your first and second best players are your 2 worst defenders on the floor. You can get away with Jokic. We've seen it. If your team defense is good. But if your team defense isn't good, you don't have point of attack defenders. You don't have rotational help. I mean, no. And look, I'm not here to spin some story about Jokic being a good defender. He was awful. He's regressed at defense. He's the opposite of a rim protector. He just lets guys finish layups. I mean, it's and that's the value of Aaron Gordon when he's not there to serve as a backside defender, and it's just Jokic.
Come on now, Z. If you got to rely on somebody to help you out and do your job, you're not the greatest. Like Kobe, he was old as dirt at one point, but yet that man still will play defense. Michael Jordan's another one.
He's up there NBA record along with Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett for most appearances on all NBA defensive teams.
Even LeBron James.
Oh yeah,
will play that defense.
Of course.
But now for Jokic, he gets a pass. And yet we're still going to call him the greatest to play the game.
He's not. I'm not co-signing that. He's not right now. But what I'm saying is I just don't think that conversation is dead yet.
Oh, that thing in the ground.
Are you sure?
That thing in the ground.
What if he finishes top 3 in MVP voting again? Top 2 in MVP voting for a 7th straight year? Like it's.
Do you truly believe he's going to finish top 3 in MVP voting next year? Top 2?
Why wouldn't I? He's done it for 6 straight years.
Yeah, he has. But I'm asking like time, as time goes on, you get older.
We keep on saying this with Jokic, though. We keep on saying this. It's like, well, he's not going to get better. Then it's like, wait, he's the first player in NBA history to lead the league in points, rebounds and assists, and he's a top 5 scorer. That happened this year, as a top 3 seed.
If you don't win, you don't get out that first round.
No, you're
you don't
right.
Try to find a way to get to another championship. I'm not calling you the greatest to do it.
And I'm not calling him the greatest to do it right now, because he's not. You can't wear that title if you're out in the first round. You can't. But I don't think the conversation's dead yet.
ZB, you're a defensive player, man. I like you score, but like from what you've said, you can fly, the rebounding, you're very aggressive.
I was a very, very good rebounder.
You neglect defense all the time. And I sit here and I tell you,
Jokic led the league in rebounding.
Championships, and you say it could win you a championship.
Wemby didn't lead the league in rebounds. Come on,
Jokic
did.
He could.
He just didn't want to, right?
He
didn't want to. I don't want to do that.
You want to know why? Because Wemby was too busy playing defense and winning that award.
He is a brilliant defender. We've never seen anything like Wemby ever. And that's part of why 23 million people watch Game 3. And that's why more people will watch tonight. The viewership is about to go up. The viewership is about, and here's the other thing, and this is crazy, and this breaks my heart too. Games on ABC, right?
Yep.
If you have DirecTV, you can't even get ABC right now.
You were having an issue with that up in Vail, right?
I was. We were up in Vail, got there on a Thursday night, and I said, let's put on the Stanley Cup. Flipped it on, DirecTV logo comes up. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Where is it? Where is it, man? I scoured it 2 different times. And then I remembered, holy crap, we can't watch the Stanley Cup final because this Airbnb that we were in had DirecTV. So think about that. The DirecTV customer who's in the dispute, they couldn't even be a part of the largest viewing audience since 1998.
That's crazy.
It's insane. That thing peaked at 26 million people. That's only the NFL does that. And so,
The
anyway.
NFL's not happy. If they're not happy, can't be like, okay, they're on us now. They're on our tail.
Well, let me just say this about the Jokic thing, and then I'll let it go.
No, you're not. You're never going to let your king go.
If he wants to get that title back, he's got to straighten out the three-point shooting. Because in November and December, Jokic shot a ridiculous, I can't believe this is true, 47% from three. Guys, that should be impossible for a 7-foot center. Should be impossible. The line of demarcation for a good three-point shooter in the NBA is 40%. He was shooting 47% over a 2-month sample size. But then he got injured, right, the knee. He shot just 29% in February, March, and April. And guess what he shot in the postseason from three? 19%.
Yeah, he struggled.
And when you're playing Wemby, and if Wemby is your adversary, or your adversary, rather, you have to give him a reason to come out on the perimeter. And that's what Karl Anthony Towns was doing. When you get him out from, because if you let him hang out near the basket, he is the ultimate free safety. He's a condor. He's a 747 wingspan. So you have to bring him out. And when you're shooting 19%, Wemby would kill this matchup right now. Jokic has got to straighten out the three-point shooting, and I hope he can do it. And by the way, real quick, one more. In the Nuggets 23 postseason, Jokic shot 3.8 threes a game. The next season, that went from 3.8 to 4.4. The next postseason, it went from 4.4 to 5.1. And then this year, it went from 5.1 to 6. He has increased the number of threes he's taken every year. You can't shoot that many threes if you're that inefficient shooting them. So, okay, yeah, Dante, you got something real quick?
Yes. Are we sure that Jokic is still the best second-round pick currently in the NBA? Can Jalen Brunson take that title with championship here?
With a championship and like a finals MVP, I think so. But I don't think, and Jalen Brunson's been a great player, but I don't think a shorter stretch of greatness.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go.
I'm saying currently in the NBA, not your MVPs from 3 years ago.
Well, you say from 3 years ago, he finished runner-up for MVP this year.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Second.
I was just saying your previous accolades.
And it was
count.
2 years ago. Stop trying to knock Jokic down.
Did he not win it 3 years ago?
No,
sorry,
he won
4
it
years.
2 years ago.
I know. I'm sorry. I meant he won it 4 years ago.
And he won it 4 years ago too.
Yeah, and 5 years ago.
So no, I don't think one postseason run would take that, usurp Jokic, because right now Jokic is a top 20 player in NBA history. Brunson is not close to that, but he's working his way up. All right, shifting gears here. Interesting comments from Warren Schaefer about Cubs fans taking over Coors Field. Also, major changes when we watch the Denver Nuggets here from an altitude TV standpoint. We'll get to all that in the 3 count next.
What is the one thing that can turn the Broncos defense into the best in the league?
Yeah, what is it? If you want to say they're top 5 defense in the league, you're right. If you want to say they're top 3, you're right. Are they the best in the league? TBD. Because if you can get the turnovers, that's when this Vance Joseph defense takes the next step. They start getting takeaways, they're already frustrating to opponents. They're already suffocating to opponents. If you start taking the ball away, you want to talk about fear factor.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here for my friends at Homestrong. Imagine turning that cold, wet crawl space into a clean, dry, fully finished basement without calling anyone but Homestrong. Guys, they're family-owned, over 20 years in the foundation and concrete industry, and the most experienced crews in the state. They repair foundations, waterproof basements, install egress windows, they lift concrete, they even build new foundations. So if you see cracks or water issues, get a free, yes I said free inspection and a free, yes I said free again, quote. Most work comes with a lifetime transferable warranty and financing is available. If it's at or below the ground, Homestrong is the best around. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Looking for a way for your hard-earned money to work hard for you? Open a 13-month CD at 4.01% APY from End Credit Union, soon to be Wings Credit Union. With a minimum deposit of only $500, a 13-month term, and a guaranteed annual percentage yield of 4.01%, your future self will thank you. But hurry, this special rate is only for a limited time. Get started today at Ent.com/CD special. Rate accurate as of June 1st, 2026 and subject to change without notice. Insured by NCUA.
What if you had the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Thanks to Xfinity's summer savings event, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through June 15th, get gig Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 years with equipment and unlimited data included. No strings, no commitments, and get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected online from threats. Plus, you can even try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions applies, requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account, taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity Internet required, speeds vary, use of fiber, coaxial cable.
Calling all food enthusiasts. Join Cresco Restaurant Equipment and Supply Company for their 4-day expo sale from June 10th to 13th in Aurora. Enjoy incredible discounts with top quality restaurant equipment and supplies. Meet factory reps, dive into their huge product selection, and enjoy free food and giveaways. Don't miss out. Visit them at 751 Billings Street and search for Cresco Denver Expo for details. Cresco, your local culinary headquarters.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care, guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal. At Common Spirit Health, clinical excellence lives here. Human kindness lives here. Learn more at mountain.commonspirit.org.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. Denver's recent hailstorm hit hard. Golf ball-sized hail damaged shingles, cracked siding, dented gutters. You might not see it from the ground, but your roof took a beating. And I don't want you to wait around for a leak to find out. Call Monarch Construction and Roofing today for your free no-obligation storm damage inspection. Monarch works directly with your insurance company, so you don't have to. Monarch Construction and Roofing, your local Denver storm damage experts. Visit monarchroofing.com to schedule your appointment today. Monarch Roofing is your official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Tom's Garage Doors, Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
I started my first business at 12 years old, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I thought I was crushing it until my buddy down the street undercut me by $2. But he didn't just cut the price, he cut corners too. That's when I learned if you do the job right, people trust you, and integrity beats profit. People care more about how you show up and whether you do what you say you're gonna do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we crush it, and we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and the spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. Because when you care about the people you serve, you work harder, and it shows. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com. And yeah, we still beat the other guy.
Tom's Garage Doors, Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
So this is Todd Whalen. I'm here with Deanna, an Advanced Tax Solutions client. How did Advanced Tax Solutions fix your problem?
They solved the tax years where I had made errors. They filed the years that I was delinquent in, and they helped me make a payment plan with the IRS.
How does it feel now that the problem is fixed?
Amazing. As a matter of fact, we use Advanced Tax every year for our regular filing, and I just have a huge sense of relief knowing that that part of adulting is done for me.
Now, how do you feel about the staff of Advanced Tax Solutions?
The staff have always been kind, considerate, and caring. I feel like I'm the only customer when I'm there.
Any advice for anybody out there listening?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. The people at Advanced Tax will not judge you. They're there to help, and they're there to listen. Reach out before it's too late.
Thank you so much, Deanna. We'd love to help anyone out there listening. It's Advanced Tax Solutions, 303-753-6040.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fans brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Want to partake in our contest? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, playoff basketball action continues as San Antonio faces New York in Game 4, starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, the Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
Let's come off the top rope with it! Alrighty. So, interesting comments from Warren Schaefer about Cubs fans taking over Coors Field. Wanted to get to this here in the 3 count, brought to you by our friends at Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts. So when the Cubs come into town, like when the Dodgers come into town, like when the Yankees come into town, like when the Red Sox come into town, they just take over Coors Field.
Hell, go ahead and put the Diamondbacks in there too. I know DG loves that.
Diamondbacks, not so much. Not so much. But it's like those, like when the Mets come here, it's all Mets fans, right? And so there's like maybe 10, 12 teams that just, they're big brands and they're national, and you have a lot of transplants here in Colorado. So people who are from Massachusetts will go to the game, whatever. But I like Warren Schaefer. And this is part of the reason that I like him when he was asked about Cubs fans taking over Coors Field.
Listen, yeah, I get asked this question a lot, not just from you, Patrick. And it's not just the Cubs, man. Yeah. Dodgers, it's blue over on that side, because when I coached third base, I would go down there. It was like enemy territory on that side of the field. Cardinals, all red over there. Listen, does it bother me? Absolutely it bothers me. Do I notice it? You absolutely notice it. How can't you notice it? It's loud for the other team in our own ballpark. Now, how much is that on us? I would say all of it's on us. I would say that when we start winning a ton of games, which isn't that far in the future, that the blue is going to morph into purple. I'm colorblind, so it looks the same, but it to other people, it's going to be more purple, and I look forward to that day. And the only people we have to blame are ourselves for that one.
Man, making no excuses and just owning it and saying, yeah, does it bother me? Yeah, it bothers me.
You gotta love a coach like that, man.
Totally. It's just being like authentic, honestly.
Sign me up. I'll help you out, Coach. Now, I probably won't be worth a damn, but I'll try to help you win more games. But I'm with him. And I remember being with the Houston Texans before they got good. And running out there before the game starts, we're playing the New England Patriots, which also has red in it, and they travel well. I'm thinking it's our hometown, our home team, home crowd that's booing us. We're running out of the tunnel in a home game getting booed. And come to find out, it's because New England Patriot fans have taken over NRG Stadium. So it sucks when you're a player and your home team, your home fans don't come and support you, and you look around, it's the other team that's hackling you and getting in your head. So that must change. In order for it to change, you got to win games, period.
Well, I like just being real. Just being real. He's being real. And that's one of the handful of reasons why I'm rooting for Warren Schaefer to be the guy here long term. And I also like that he, shoehorned in a bit of confidence as well. And like when we start winning a bunch of games, which it's not too far off, I'm like, okay, all right, All right.
I can get with that.
I can get with that. and they are taking a step in the right direction. They are, I believe, no longer on pace to lose. This time last week, they were on pace to not lose 100 games. I don't know if that's still the case. They had lost 4 games in a row after winning back-to-back games against the Angels. And here they won last night 7-3 against the Chicago Cubs. So you want to know what? We were looking for competent and competitive.
That's it.
Not some finished product. Not 3 steps down the road. But for right now, after the worst season in the history of the franchise, and they're doing that, so we'll see how this continues to age. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right. Rough day for Altitude Television broadcast.
Yeah.
Scott Hastings no longer is going to be calling games. Chris Marlowe is no longer going to be calling games. Chris Dempsey no longer a part of the broadcast. Obviously, we don't work at Altitude TV, but what we are is a part of a sports media fraternity.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see anyone lose their job. And 3 lives were impacted today in a major way. And, Chris Marlowe, and I've told you this, and I've said this on the air, like, Marlowe listens to our show. Like, he's a regular listener
He's a good man.
of our show. He's a good man. And, I when I go to these games, he is a staple of my pregame routine and going over and checking in with him. And he's got all his notes and he's doing his prep. And he always would stop and give me the time of day and just shower me with kindness. And so he's a bit of a gold standard. And
even for Hastings, Scott Hastings as well, he's always been good to me.
Yep,
right?
same,
My playing
same,
days,
same.
Fun to talk to, easy to talk to, and has been doing his job for a very long time. 22 years, Marlowe and Hastings were together, so that's a lot of time, man.
That's a lot of time, and there has been a few media members, and because I'm not from around here, and like I was the new guy, almost 10 years ago, that just kind of gave me a cold shoulder. Scott Hastings, Chris Marlowe, definitely not one of those guys. And so we salute them. I'm sure they're both going to, land on their feet, and Dempsey, land on his feet. And Marlowe was just calling, like, the Olympics for NBC. He's called volleyball for the Olympics once upon a time. I think it was 1984. He won a gold medal.
That's crazy.
For Team USA. On the volleyball front, he was a star, I believe, at San Diego State for the Aztecs. And so again, I said this a couple times here in the last couple months. I work at a radio station. I'm not in a gang. I don't want to see something bad happen to anyone in our business, and unfortunately that came today. And so we pour one out for those guys. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
Who you taking tonight, game 4?
My man said he's going to pour one out. You're not in a gang?
Oh, yeah. I guess that does kind of...
I'm not in a gang. We're going to pour one out, baby. Put the teardrop on, ZB.
Yes. Who you got, game 4?
Knicks. New York Knicks. They're going to find a way to win at home. They're going to win this series, Z. They're going to win the championship. I do believe that. I'm a Brunson fan. The man's a straight dog. I'm actually a Cat fan right now, too.
Sure.
Because of what he is doing and changing his ways. And so, yeah, I just think the Spurs, they're ahead of schedule like we talk about, and they don't have enough. They don't have enough experience to win this.
I like the Knicks tonight, too. We'll get back to that a little bit later in the show. There could be a camp cut at the most important position in sports. Would it make sense for the Broncos to pounce? That's next.
It's the ultimate showdown for a great cause.
Setting up the ultimate gold medal showdown.
On June 11th, Brandon Stokely goes head-to-head with Zach By in 100 Holes for Kids. 100 holes of golf. It's a one-day event all to raise money for Recruiting Classroom, whose mission it is to help kids play sports. Who will raise the most? That's where you come in. Pick your player, make your donation, and help kids win. To support Brandon Stokely, head to StokelyCares.com. To support Zach By, head to ZachCares.com.
Meet Keith. He runs a 30-acre ranch. 8 years ago, his knees started giving out.
Climbing a ladder was almost impossible. If I could get down, I have to have something next to me to get up.
Keith's wife had a knee replacement. The recovery was hard and the results, not great. Keith wanted another way.
I won't go under the knife because I believe the body can do whatever it needs to do to heal itself.
Surgery wasn't the answer. QC Kinetics was. They're regenerative treatments. No surgery, no long recovery.
After the first one, the inflammation dropped 90%. Today, my knees are just amazing. I could not do what I've done if I had not gotten treatments to QC Kinetics. I just pray that my physical model continues to go and help other people.
Maybe that's you. Tired of dealing with the joint pain? Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Done right kitchens, baths, counters and floors, finished basements, windows and doors. Our 8% scheduling incentive and bank financing to ask about make a great time to call 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
This summer, all roads lead to Groove Toyota in Inglewood during our Summer on Us sales event. Choose from hundreds of pre-owns, 40 under 15 grand, from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. See the selection at GrooveToyota.com. More than 100 used Toyotas, including Toyota Certified. Reserve your vehicle now at GrooveToyota.com. Start here, go anywhere. Offer expires 6/7/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply with approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here, and if you're over 50, there's a good chance you're dealing with an enlarged prostate. Waking up at night, weak stream, all of it. Here's the good news. PAE, prostate artery embolization, is minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatment with near zero impact on sexual function. Lakewood location, personalized care. Visit coloradoae.com.
All right, barbecue fans, Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040 with something special for you that we're cooking up for the best free meal in all of Denver. Now, in addition to my delicious smoked pulled pork that we serve on nearly a monthly basis and my copycat Chipotle chicken recipe that has a kiss of smoke and is fantastic, our friends over at Old Style Sausage, a local company that makes these sausages that are custom made for the smoker, Mike Daborski over there is going to give us some. So this summer, they will join the menu at the best free meal in Denver. We're here to help. It's every first and third Thursday. You get free groceries and a hot meal for the night. No questions asked. You just pull up and pop the trunk. It's every first and third Thursday, Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road, E Hills Church from 4 to 6 p.m. Help us spread the word.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg. But the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 1043 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
There could be a camp cut at the most important position in sports. Would it make sense for the Denver Broncos to pounce if this turns out to be the case?
We're pouncing on something, huh?
Yeah. Like a pet cat, RJ Harvey.
Meow. If I was RJ, I'd be pissed off.
Seriously.
Like, come on, man. I'm a grown man.
Right. No one wants to be called a pet cat multiple times.
Call me a chihuahua. I'd rather be called a chihuahua than a pet cat.
It's strange. It's strange verbiage from one George Payton. Well, it was interesting. So I'm reading this article from Bleacher Report, and it names 5 potential camp casualties this NFL preseason. And they give potential destinations if that person were to get cut. And the Denver Broncos name comes up. So I'm like, I'll click on it. I'll take the bait.
Why not?
I'll take the bait. And so you have a situation in Pittsburgh, okay? Mike Tomlin is no longer the head coach, right? Longtime guy, no longer
stepped away.
The head man, right? You have now Mike McCarthy. And what else do you have? You have young quarterbacks. They took Will Howard. Remember him from Ohio State? They took him in the 6th round.
Yep.
And they also, in the 3rd round, found great value in Drew Aller.
I knew you were going to say something like that.
And so both offer some, like, they represent upside, and
Drew Aller, right? He's going to be the next
MVP
quarterback.
No, probably not. But they're in the 3rd round. I mean, he was, a potential first-round pick, a year ago.
All the tangibles are there.
All the tangibles are there. There's no doubt. So he slips to the 3rd round because he ripped up his knee, right?
Yeah.
So you have these 2 young quarterbacks that represent some like long-term upside. And then do you remember the other quarterback that's on their roster?
I'm gonna say Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
He's been there forever.
He has
right?
been.
And this is why if you can be a backup in the league and you're a good backup and you don't burn bridges, you are gonna be on the team every single year. You're going to make at least $5 million, and you're going to be able to retire with $40 million in the bank and didn't touch the field one time as a backup quarterback.
It's a fantastic life to live.
Sign me up.
It's great work if you can get it. And Mason Rudolph, but he's, to his credit, he has actually been kind of a reliable option when called upon. When he's been asked to start, he's got 8-5-1 record. All right, so it's not. He's not lighting the world on fire, but that's not what you're looking for with a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So if you just consider the landscape of this, you have a new coach. The former coach believed in Mason Rudolph. By the way, I can't believe he's 31 years old. I remember talking to him. He was on our radar in 2018 to potentially be drafted by the Denver Broncos.
He was a bad boy, and actually we played them in the Alamo Bowl.
Oklahoma State, right?
Exactly. Oklahoma State versus CU, Alamo Bowl. That was our 2016 year, and he tore us up.
Oh, that was the 16 year when you guys were in the Pac-12 championship game?
Yep. When we got our asses handed to us by Washington, ended up going to the Alamo Bowl, and then Mason Rudolph was the quarterback for
Oklahoma State, right? Yeah. So you have a changing of the head coach. The former guy that drafted him is no longer there. You have 2 young drafted quarterbacks in Will Howard and Drew Aller. You could see why Bleacher Report identified Mason Rudolph, and then they also list the Broncos as the best landing spot. He is entering the final season of a 2-year, $7.5 million contract, so he's cheap for that position, very cheap. Stidham makes, what does he make, $10 million a year, right?
He's making some bank.
So, and he's played way less than Mason Rudolph. And unless the Steelers are going to try to carry 4 quarterbacks or maybe explore trade options, which they could, but if nothing like that materializes, Rudolph could find himself released here this summer. And if that happens, Bleacher Report says the Broncos could be the most logical landing spot. They said they need an upgrade to Jarrett Stidham in wake of last year's AFC Championship game calamity. And Rudolph fits the bill as the ideal QB2 behind Bo Nix. What do you make of this?
I mean, Z, everybody is holding that one game, the AFC Championship game against Jarrett Stidham, like acting like this man was really ready to go because of Sean. We know, telling everybody to be ready, and to watch out.
Watch out.
But you're talking about a backup that sat there all year long, 17 games in some, watching Bo Nix go to work, and then was thrown into the fire and then expected to make these plays in the cold, and it didn't happen. And now everybody wants to move on from Jarrett Stidham. I like Stiddy. I think that he brings something valuable that a lot of these other quarterbacks don't, and it's a relationship with Bo Nix, his eyes, but also a guy that knows the system right now. It's very hard to just jump into another system as a quarterback because you need to know everything that's going on. So if Mason Rudolph comes here and he doesn't know the system, well, you're just throwing him out there, and that's not going to help us out. Stidham knows the system. He understands what needs to be done. He's been in that room with Davis Webb for multiple years. I wish people would leave him alone.
Leave Stidham alone.
This is the year where we have a chance to get to a Super Bowl. You want a backup quarterback that knows the system. And I think Jarrett Stidham is only going to get better from here because they're going to do one thing. The Denver Broncos, that is, going to do one thing this year. They're going to give him more reps during camp. They're going to give him more reps in the preseason. And hopefully he's not going to have to play at all in the regular season, but he'll be more prepared if you give him reps early. And he's getting them now in OTAs.
He is.
Leave him alone, Z.
I like you. Listen, leave Stiddy alone. You gonna change your Twitter profile?
Stiddy
You're gonna go Stiddy for the city.
Josh and Cecil changed that fast, didn't they?
They hate Jarrett Stidham. They hate, and they were all in. They were literally like the city for the city.
If you're not with Stidham, you're against us.
Oh my gosh!
2 days later, like, we hate him.
Yeah, and let the record show, I never changed any profile picture to Jarrett Stidham's face. Like there was like that got out of hand there for a second. But I think that it's interesting. Mason Rudolph has played more than Jarrett Stidham, and it comes in an offseason where the language is changing here in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's a little bit different than this time last year where Sean Payton's, system is incredibly complicated and wordy, and now we're being told that things are being simplified. I think it's interesting. I would entertain it. I'm not going to die on Mason Rudolph's hill, right?
So you want to get rid of Jarrett Stidham. If there's a quarterback out there that's available, that's a backup quarterback, would you be willing to get rid of him?
If it was Anthony Richardson and he costs $1 million and it's a fifth-round draft pick to get him, I'd say get that man in here for quarterback rehab under Sean Payton. The same way with Teddy Bridgewater and Zach Wilson and Jameis Winston, first-round picks that flame out. That's the one that I am more interested than Mason Rudolph. But I think that you at least have the conversation if this is the case.
Man, running backs, you can do that. Receivers, you can do that. I wouldn't do it with the offensive line because it's just different. You have to have that chemistry down. Quarterback, we're not going to do that. Stiddy for the city. Sam Ehlinger, because they have a great relationship and their wives have a great relationship, they're going to keep Ehlinger on the roster.
That's how you build a football team, right?
I'm telling you,
wives.
This is what's going to happen.
Because the wives.
The wives rule the world. We all know that.
Let the record show. The wives get along. Keep the room together.
Housewives.
All right. Hey, if we had to guess right now, and I want you guys to get involved in this too, RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043, as well as our YouTube chat presented by Shop Honda. If you had to guess right now, how much will the latest Broncos stadium snag impact the probability that this preferred site becomes the site? We'll have that conversation next.
You asked for it, you got it. Backed by popular demand, it's the Drives Brouhaha.
Big social brouhaha.
This summer, Zach and Phil are back on the road bringing their party to you. Next up, North Glen. June 12th from 2 to 6 at the Glen Bar and Grill.
There was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, buckle up, Broncos country. Phillip Lindsay here. And you know I'm all about speed, agility, and getting where I need to go efficiently. And when it comes to your summer vacation, you need that same kind of reliable power. And that's why I'm teaming up with my friends at Hermes Worldwide. Let's be real, getting to and from the airport or your destination could be a total fumble. Stressful parking, unreliable ride sharing, and nobody needs that. That's where Hermes Worldwide steps in to score that game-winning touchdown for your travel plans. They offer top-notch transportation services, from sleek airport transfers and comfortable clean vehicles to reliable long-distance travel. They're dependable and also professional. And they understand that your vacation time is precious to you. So ditch the travel day headaches and make your summer vacation a guaranteed win. Call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600, or you can visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
When it's time to sell your home, you hope your agent knows the market, timing, pricing, interest rates, neighborhoods, staging open houses, understanding contracts, completing paperwork. Oh, and can actually help guide you on your big move. Don't hope, know. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you've got a partner who will guide you every step of the way, from listing to closing and everything in between. Weichert, dream, move, home. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Stoke here for ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Are you in the market for a new air conditioner? Well, hold on. You need to think about a heat pump. It cools and heats your home. My team at ROX are Colorado's heat pump experts and rebate specialists. Get up to $12,000 in energy rebates and credits. These savings are incredible, but they're only available for a limited time. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Who helps keep Colorado's wildlife wild? Our people do.
Hello, my name is Patricia. I've been with Chevron for over 17 years.
Her team uses GPS to track where mule deer and pronghorn roam throughout the seasons. This data helps us take their habitats into consideration when planning our operations.
When we created our comprehensive wildlife and conservation program, it was really about what was possible.
Learn more at colorado.chevron.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, playoff basketball action continues as San Antonio faces New York in Game 4, starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
All right, as we roll along here, I'm curious, how much has the latest Denver Broncos stadium snag impacted our view of whether Burnham Yard will actually be the final site for the Broncos' new stadium, given the news that we got yesterday? Before we get to that, guys, got to tell you, this Friday, we are going up north, taking our show live on the road at the Glen Bar and Grill in North Glen. We were here a year ago. You guys showed out in a incredible way, and really looking forward to Friday. It's a bit of a drive for us, but we're ready for it, and we'd love to see you. All right, we're only doing 3 brouhaha live shows, and 1 is already in the books. This is number 2.
Yep.
We'd love to see you on Friday.
Oh, we're going to see a bunch of you guys out there. ZB, of course, is going to be kissing babies, signing autographs. So bring your shirts, bring your jerseys. He'll be signing everything.
I will hold your baby as well.
And he will do that.
He'll
babysit, and my man will do the radio. He can do it all.
All right. So the news we got yesterday, and you can read about it at DenverSports.com. Just to reset it, and not going to go into all the detail and read from the Denver Post the way that we did yesterday. If you want to get a more comprehensive breakdown, go hit up the Drive podcast, available at DenverSports.com, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, we're there. But here's like the summary of it. If I could, and I don't have anything in front of me to reading from yesterday, so this is just sort of a rough around the edges recap. Denver Water is relocating their site, but they're also having to find a new emergency center. All right. And the emergency center for Denver Water, it's not very exciting stuff. It's like, municipality stuff and like whatever. So you need to have your emergency water site near a bunch of different entryways, entryway to I-70, entryway to I-25, 6th Ave, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so they have identified the most logical site as Lot M, where the Denver Broncos season ticket parking is. And you guys have been down there. They all have, big letters identifying which parking lot you're in. And so a handful of months ago, Denver Water identified Lot M. We know this because one of our guys here behind the scenes, Mighty Joe Young, has been tailgating in Lot M for 2.5 decades, and they came to he and his family in March and said, Lot M, it's out. It's done.
No more.
But now the community that is around Lot M is fighting back, that they don't want something like that in their neighborhood, and they're writing letters, and the city council, it sounds like some of the city council members are on their side. It's the same city council members that will vote on the stadium, and there's still, we found out from yesterday, there's still apparently dozens of things that still need to happen for Burnham Yard to be the preferred site. And I think yesterday was illuminating to why Greg Penner a few months ago basically put pressure on other people involved, not the Broncos, but like, hey, you guys want this to happen? You guys need to figure it out. And there was a tone of frustration there for the first time from Greg Penner. And so in the Denver Post article yesterday, they basically said the stuff that needs to get done, it needs to get done in the next 60 days. And it says there's dozens of things that need to happen. And they made the analogy that the stuff that needs to happen for this new stadium to be built at Burnham Yard, what's it called? A Rube Goldberg system. And it's when all the dominoes fall, and then it knocks over a marble, then the marble rolls down a track and, spins round and round through a cylinder and, tips off a rubber band pulley system, which then knocks a skateboard into, all this stuff. That's the analogy that they use.
It's a lot of obstacles they have to go through.
Yes, and Councilwoman Torres, who that's her district, said the reality of this situation and the complications, it's hitting us in the face. And you read all this, it's like, whoa.
Like, what in the world is happening? Because I was under the impression that we are so close to the finish line and that at some point we were going to get the news during camp that they're starting to build on the land so that they can build this stadium that supposedly is going to be done 2031.
Right. And that's I'm glad you brought that up, because the timeline here, that's the problem. It's so many things still need to happen in a compressed period if they want to adhere to the timeline. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And there's some doubt starting to creep in. And for me, I think this time last week, I would have said it's 97% likelihood that this is going to happen.
For sure.
And then I read this yesterday, and I'm not at 97% anymore.
Where are you at? How much? Your concernometer, if you want it to be built there, where is it at?
I think that I went from 97% to 71%. Still the most likely.
That's a major dip.
It is because I'm reacting to the tone of what Greg Penner had, the words from the literal council woman who it's her district.
Yeah.
And the compressed time period, the frustration that is happening here, and I'm just starting to wonder, like, is this thing actually going to stay in Denver City proper?
Well, like, there's no contract out there saying that this needs to be done by 2031 if you're the Denver Broncos that I know of. So if that is the case, then you can always push it back. Maybe 2032, 2033, if that's what you want to do. So that's why I'm not as concerned. If Greg Penner wants to get it done at the Burnham Yard location, he's going to get it done. He may have to wait a little bit longer, but he'll get it done over there if he wants to, and the fans want it to be there, which the fans do want it to be there. They want it to be in the heart of Denver. So I can see this still happening. I don't see it happening in 2031 now. I think that deadline, you need to erase that from your mind and understand that things are going to get pushed back.
Could that is the deadline an actual deadline? Like a deadline set by the Denver Broncos? Because right now, this latest snag is not necessarily about the Broncos.
Yeah.
It's about the city of Denver, council members, and community members that can't figure this thing out. And it's one of these things where it's like, is it an actual deadline by the Broncos that this is the parameters that we set for you guys? We did everything that we were supposed to do, and you guys can't figure it out. And we're not trusting you guys beyond this because I have a backup plan. I mean, there is such a safety net underneath the Denver Broncos.
There is.
And I know that some people are going to hate the idea, if this actually happens, that the stadium won't be inside the Denver city proper. It'll be 15 minutes down the road. And Dallas Cowboys, they don't play in Dallas. The Raiders don't play in Vegas. Miami Dolphins don't play in Miami. The Bills don't play in Buffalo. The Niners don't play in San Francisco. The Commanders don't play in Washington, D.C. The Chargers and Rams don't play in Los Angeles.
And the Bears are going to Indiana.
The Bears, they may be going to Indiana. And by the way, it wouldn't be unprecedented. The New York Jets and the New York Giants literally don't play in the state of New York.
No. And that took me forever to understand that. It took me in my rookie year as we're going to the game. I'm like, why are we going to New Jersey? What are you talking about, man? That's where we're playing the game. It's not that we're playing in New York.
Crazy, right?
Yes.
So where are you at? Percentage-wise.
I'm not going to put it at 99 like I thought. I'm going to say 85% chance that this gets done at Burnham Yard. I'm still confident that this will get done. Now, I am not confident in the deadline, 2031. I believe that's going to get pushed back, and I believe Greg Penner's going to be okay with that. As long as it gets done, he's going to be okay with it being in Denver. Look at you.
We'll see.
71% for you, huh?
71%. Still the most likely option, but not the same level of confidence I had yesterday morning. Okay. Shifting gears. All right, we can read a couple of those responses coming in on the RamosLaw.com text line here in a minute. Also, what should we be looking for tomorrow in Phase 2 of OTAs? That's next.
When watching the NBA and Stanley Cup Final, Just how close do the Nuggets and Avalanche seem to those teams?
Avs are obviously there. They're there.
They're there.
They are there, obviously. I know that they, got swept and it wasn't pretty in the finals, conference finals, but overall, we know they're a really good team. They're going to be a really good team next year. They're just having a hard time taking that next step in the playoffs. Nuggets, I right now, we'll see if they make moves, what they do, but I think they're so far away in the West.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now, driving down the street, thinking about popping that question here soon. And if that's the case, then we all know you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. Whether you're starting your next chapter with your perfect diamond engagement ring, or celebrating a new milestone, or finally just doing something special for yourself for once, this is where it's all going to begin for you at Williams Jewelers. Imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, plus the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and of course the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers. Located in Tree Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
Now at McDonald's, everyone can get more of what they want, when they want it, with McValue. You can choose your wake-up call. You can choose your study meal, or even your drive-through dinner.
Ah, the sun is rising, and our breakfast prices are falling. Right now, get a sausage McMuffin, hash browns, and more for under $3 each. Limited time only. Price or participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, it's Zach here. Summer is here, and 5280 Exteriors is kicking it off with a huge June offer. Get free gutter guards when you purchase a whole house of siding. Lock in your project now and enjoy beautiful new siding before fall hits. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
This summer, all roads lead to Groove Toyota in Inglewood during our Summer on Us sales event at the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. New Tacoma's only $349 a month lease. GrooveToyota.com. New Tacoma's only $349 a month lease and soon. Hurry into Inglewood to Groove Toyota before the best Tacomas are gone. Groove Toyota. Start here, go anywhere. Closed end lease for 36 months with $34.99 due at signing. 0 security deposit. Unapproved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details. Offer expires 6/30/26.
Hey guys, did you know that 1 in 4 men over 40 have low testosterone? They have low energy, low sex drive, low motivation, and barely recognize themselves. But 100% of them can get it all back and feel like themselves again at Low T Center. Low T Center is the original TRT clinic, changing lives since 2009. Their expert providers work to tailor TRT plans to every man to get his levels back to where they need to be. They can help you get your energy, your focus, and sex drive back. They can even work with most major insurance providers. So head over to fixmylowt.com and book your free testosterone tests. Fixmylowt.com.
8 seconds. Man versus beast. Every second counts. The PRCA's Extreme Bulls Tour explodes into the legendary arena for 2 nights only. July 20th and 21st. Tickets on sale now at cfdrodeo.com.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 1043 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
What should we be looking out for? Phase 2? OTAs tomorrow? Get to that here in just a second. Someone on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Hey, guys, didn't the Broncos spend a lot of money on land down there already? Yeah, we touched on this yesterday. Just because you spend a lot of money on land, and make no mistake, they did, around $150 million for the footprint of Burnham Yard to build on. $150 million, it's a ton. But they're worth $80 billion. And just because they spent that money for the stadium doesn't mean that actually has to go towards the stadium. They could do a bunch of other stuff with it, and it would only widen the ownership group's real estate footprint in Denver if they had something like that down there. You build condos. I mean, it's nonstop building all around this area,
and it's never going to stop because Colorado continues to grow. Everybody wants to come here, like Zach By. And so now you have to add, add more apartments, more townhouses.
Oh, the native.
More restaurants.
When the settlers came.
the settlers. So they'll make a profit out of buying the real estate for everything that they've done so far.
All right, so I have to mention this.
Uh-huh.
And this is being pointed out by someone on the RamosLaw.com text line, 9898. Put your name on it. Love to give you a shout out.
What do we do now?
Here's why the timeline is so significant. The 2031 timeline. Why is that so important to the Denver Broncos? Because you're saying, well, they could just push it back, and maybe they can.
Push it back.
But you are miscalculating one thing when you say that. And I understand. I understand why you would say that.
Okay.
But it's not just a self-imposed deadline. The lease is up. The lease is up on the current stadium.
Oh Oh no, not the lease.
Yes.
Oh, they're gonna kick us out.
So
the Denver Broncos won't have a home.
So don't forget, it's a 10-year lease.
Yeah.
It's up in 2031.
But what can you do with leases?
They want to build on land that they own.
I understand, but what
billionaires don't rent. Now, can you extend it?
Exactly. 2 years.
Could they? Maybe. But here's what I think.
Do we need to get the music out?
No. It's not a conspiracy theory. I don't think Greg Penner's messing around. I don't think he's messing around, and I don't think that he is going to sit back and watch things outside of his control. This side debate, this side, and city officials and community, pockets, and they're writing letters back and forth. And I think he might have his arms crossed, looking at the situation, saying, "I told you guys. These were the parameters. I was dead serious. We did everything that we can do. I'm $150 million into this thing." And
he's going to see it through.
He may, and I'm totally speculating, but I would imagine that this type of stuff, and there's dozens of stuff that need to happen in the next 60 days, dozens that need to happen in the next 60 days to adhere to this timeline. The last thing that I think Greg Penner wants to do is push back the timeline, pay more rent on land he doesn't own when he's got a backup plan ready baked for him in Lone Tree. And I don't think he's playing around. And I think right now there's too much playing around in this scenario. I really do.
It does seem like there's a lot of playing around, messing around, going around now. But when it comes down to it, money talks. We talked about it yesterday. When Greg Penner wants something done, he might throw a couple more bucks their way and say, "We got to get it done now, guys. I'm not messing around. I'm willing to pay a little bit more for whatever the case may be." But
for the dozens of things, he's just going to throw money at it.
The dozen of things turn into one or two things with the right money. Like the dozen of things can get cleaned up. Like all of a sudden, there's a dozen things. Like no, they can clean it up.
Did he sound frustrated with the situation last time we heard from him?
He did sound frustrated. He sounded like now the ball is not in my court anymore.
Correct.
It's on everybody else to get it done.
Correct. And I go back to the end of our show yesterday. When I did go a little conspiracy. And when really smart people are getting involved in massive real estate, ventures like this, they vet out everything. Greg Penner has a team of people around him. He has got a right-hand man. No one knows. Like no one knows his name. And if you're close to the situation, people know, obviously. But like out there, like the people that we're talking to right now, these guys are smart, and really smart people do something called game theory. They say, if we go down this road and we do this, this, and this, what is the reaction from that person, this group of people, and that group of people? What now if we do something different? What is then the reaction? And they'll go 7, 8, 10 steps down the road.
Yeah.
And I do wonder, and I am going conspiracy, so we will hit the music, all right?
Throw that music on.
I do wonder if Greg Penner and this ownership group game theoried this out. There's a reputation in Denver politics, okay?
Yeah, yes.
And Greg Penner would not get involved in this situation without vetting all of this out, and I do believe there's a scenario where they did game theory 3 years ago, 2 years ago on all this stuff, and saw the sticky wicket that would be Burnham Yard. And if Mike Kliss is coming on the air a year and a half ago saying they could go to Aurora by the airport, they could go out to Lone Tree, and they could go Burnham Yard. But if they go Burnham Yard, I'm told by people who are in the know that it is a thorny situation. If Mike Kliss is sharing that on the radio, you don't think Greg Penner knew how thorny this was going to get? But if you're new to this community, and you're the steward of the Denver Broncos, and your fan base through surveys says, we want the stadium in Denver, you can, again, I'm speculating, it's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
You can go down the road. You have the financial bandwidth to do whatever you want. You can go down the Burnham Yard road knowing that it's going to have its booby traps, knowing Denver politics. state politics, knowing all this stuff, but you are going to go down that road because you are going to try to do what's best for the fan base, knowing, though,
it's not going to happen.
It's probably not going to happen. And you'll never be able to say that I didn't try, because right now they're trying. And it's the rest of these other things. When you're talking about dozens of things need to happen in 60 days. So I think there exists that scenario.
With the council members, with the mayor here, we've talked about it yesterday. You don't want to have your hands in the pot knowing that, like, Greg Penner is pulling out because of you guys. And now all of us fans that wanted to be in Denver, we're blaming them. And now their faces is out there. Nobody wants to have that job,
right?
If your face is out there, that's why I believe it's going to get done. And it may be that your theory may be true, and that's something a businessman would do, like Greg Penner. And you always should have a plan B, plan C, plan D, and more plans to go if something falls through.
Right.
But it's not falling through. This is going to get done. They're going to maybe push it back. I know there's a deadline with the rent, and you're going to have to lease it again. They have the money. You have Greg Penner that's spending money on the field. Like at the halfway mark, they're spending money on the field. They're going to spend money to lease it out for a little bit longer for it to get done if they have to.
Man, oh man, oh man. There's still so much reaction pouring in. We have follow-up questions. We'll pivot from our plan and continue this conversation next.
Parents, looking for a fun way to get your kid active this summer?
Are you kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan's third annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan Youth Football Camp is back. Brought to you by Walmart. Saturday, June 27th at Denver South High School's All-City Stadium. Your child, ages 8 to 14, will learn the fundamentals of football in a safe, hands-on environment from people who played the game at the highest level. We're talking former Denver Broncos Mark Schlereth, Phillip Lindsay, and Brandon Stokely, along with a trusted coaching staff from Denver South.
Don't give them room to breathe!
And every dollar raised goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado, so your family is giving back just by showing up. Sign up today at denversports.com/camp. That's denversports.com/camp.
Hey fellas, remember your 20s? I can barely remember mine, quite honestly. But when you could stay up late, wake up early, hit the gym, work all day, still have energy left for extracurricular activities. Now you stand up too fast and you need a recovery period. But here's the thing. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Low testosterone, it sneaks up on you. You lose 2 to 3% of that testosterone every year starting in your 30s, and before you know it, you're feeling tired, foggy, gaining weight, your sex drive is MIA. You just don't feel like the guy you used to. Guys, Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they can help. Their advanced medical strategies, TRT, peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and more, they help you get stronger in the gym, sharper at work, better in the bedroom, and more confident everywhere. Your first visit is just $99. That includes a medical consult plus a T and PSA test, and if you start treatment that day, your visit is free. So go take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Has your doctor told you it's time to lose weight? Is your blood pressure up? Your cholesterol keeps climbing? Or you're already on medication and wondering, is this just my life now? Or been told you need a procedure or surgery, but you have to lose weight first? That's where most people get stuck. At Colorado Fat Loss, we help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, prepackaged meals, or extreme workouts. But more importantly, we help you keep it off so you're not stuck wondering what problem is next. Imagine lowering your blood pressure, improving your health, and taking pressure off your joints. Because if nothing changes, it's usually more medication or bigger problems down the road, especially if you have a family history of health issues or feeling the effects of getting older.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. I lost 30 pounds in just 7 weeks, and I've been able to keep the weight off, and I'm telling you what, I feel great.
Many clients lose 20 to 40 pounds in about 60 days. Schedule a free consultation. Call and take control of your health. Go to coloradofatloss.com. That's coloradofatloss.com. Results may vary.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been fighting for seriously injured car accident victims in Colorado. Serious accidents demand serious representation. We dig into every detail of your case, and we don't back down until we get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you or someone you love has been seriously injured in a car accident, call the Wilhite Law Firm today at 303-GOOD-LAW or visit wilhitewins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or visit wilhitewins.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, what if next month looked different? What if instead of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you had one clear payment and money left over for the things that actually matter? If you're a homeowner, that's not a fantasy. American Financing is making it happen. They're not going to judge you. They're here to help you. Everything is more expensive right now, and you're spending more on the basics than ever before. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants will give your paycheck a raise by lowering your debt obligations. Their average customer savings is $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments, and you may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there's no upfront fees. There's no obligation. We all want to live without stress. Your home's equity could help you do this. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Drivers who switch to Progressive could save hundreds just by bundling home and auto insurance, because you can't go wrong saving money. Unless you spend it on a guitar and never learn to play it, but lie and say that you did. Then someone hands you a guitar at a party and asks you to play, so you decide to improvise this.
Well, don't you know that dream, but that's not it. Dreams are fun and also good.
Yep, you can't go wrong bundling and saving money with Progressive. Well, it depends on how you spend it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Shop Honda keeps car buying simple. One price, one person, 1 hour means no games, no back and forth, and no dealer handling fees ever. Upfront pricing and one dedicated advisor who handles everything from start to finish. It's straightforward, stress-free, and honestly, the way car buying should have always been. At Shop Honda, the experience is just as good as the vehicle you're driving home. Discover the Shop Honda difference for yourself. Visit Shop Honda today, proud partner of the Dover and Cecil Show.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan brought to you by Weichert Realtors.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, playoff basketball action continues as San Antonio faces New York in Game 4, starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
You know, it's really incredible, the reaction that we get when we start talking about the stadium. And obviously this latest edition yesterday and today, it's just not an ideal one. And there is a bit of a setback.
Where everybody loves stadium talks, a lot of people out there, Denver natives specifically, they want it in Denver. I want it in Denver. Now, people like you don't care, right? You just want it big. You want it grand.
No, hold on. I would prefer it in Denver as long as you can do it big and the right way.
Yeah.
You know, first class, everything. And you're hosting a WrestleMania and Final Fours and concerts throughout the winter, you know, retractable roof, the whole deal. If you can get that all done in Burnham Yard, perfect. Let's ride.
Let's bow.
I know Dante has a follow-up question here with the stadium conversation. D, what do you got?
I was curious, so if it ends up not being in Denver, and you guys kind of touched on at the very end of last segment, would the Penner Group or the Broncos get any of the blame at that point, or do you think it would all be on the local and state government at that point?
Yeah, I think it's the latter. I mean, they are so advanced in this. We got timelines. We have already the land is bought basically outside of, there's the SRM concrete, which that may be done and we don't even know it. There may be an agreement there. There's some whispering going on about that.
We got community meetings of Greg Penner and his group, talking to all of us about what it's going to look like. I mean, it's not going to be on Greg Penner and Kerry Penner. It's going to be on everybody else to do their part.
Yes, and wouldn't that be like? I think it'd be a very digestible thing for people to understand. I don't think that people would be blaming the Broncos.
No.
They have tried. They are currently trying. He sounded frustrated months ago, and now we have this piece from the Post yesterday that is shining a light. I mean, the quote that sticks out to me is Councilwoman Jamie Torres saying that the complicated nature of all this is hitting us in the face. And they're saying the consensus is, this is almost a quote from the article, the consensus from everyone involved is that the major decisions have to be done in the next 2 months. That gives you about 60 days. And dozens of things need to happen before then. The more we talk about it, I'm like...
Then what did we talk about, too? Like, after those dozen of things gets taken care of, what would be next? And there was a guy that worked there. And it has to do with... It has to do with like.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm glad you're mentioning this too because
you're looking at me like I'm speaking Philonese again.
Well,
damn, help me out.
I do look at you very confused a lot of the time. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up because I didn't mention that so far.
Yeah,
is that when all of this stuff gets done, these dozens of things that still need to happen in 60 days. The environmental team needs to come in and clean up the area. And we were hearing from people in the environmental space, they're like, it's the slowest process ever. This is why, when you start adding it up, did the Broncos know that it was going to be tricky and thorny and with booby traps everywhere? And they're like, we're going down the road, and If this doesn't work out, we know we have a backup option, but we know in our heart of hearts this might not work out.
And with Greg Penner having $80 billion, that could be the case. But over $100 million has already been forked out to have this done in Denver. It's just, I find it hard to believe they want to, and they know that, hey, it's not going to work out and we're going to Lone Tree. I believe that they're going to try their damnedest to make sure it's in Denver.
But they can only do so much. I think they're doing everything that they can do. I think if it was just up to the Broncos, we'd be way further along with this.
Someone would already be built.
Maybe. Someone says, hey, guys, my thoughts on the potential move to Lone Tree. I live in Westminster, and if the Broncos move south to Lone Tree, I'll stop going to games. It's simply too far for me to reasonably go to games there. Dude, I got it. But guess what? There'll be someone to take your place. Because what about the people who drive up from Colorado Springs, for every home game? What about people who just generally live down south in Lone Tree and Centennial and Parker and these spots? Like it's going to get closer for them.
Damn, I thought you were going to be more sentimental. Like, dude, I got it, but somebody is replacing your ass.
No, and I'm just being real. I'm just being pragmatic. I'm not.
Sure.
I don't want to be emotional having the conversation. It's like and this is the same a conversation that people have. Well, if they do personal seat license, I'm giving up my season tickets.
Well, they're going to do that,
dude. The waiting list is longer than more people are on the waiting list than can fit in the stadium. So you don't they're good. I promise you. And I don't like that I'm delivering that news, but I'm just dealing in reality. So the Denver Broncos are going to be the Denver Broncos, whether they're in Burnham Yard or whether they're in Lone Tree. The games are going to be packed. The team is ascending. The ownership group is in place. The head coach is in place. The quarterback is in place. They're going to do a bunch of winning.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be,
District is going to be beautiful, and everybody is going to show up. And they're going to fork up the money, and they're going to pay for food. They're going to pay for drinks. And no matter, no telling what they're going to have in that district as well when you're not at the stadium. So, yeah, It's happening. We're having this stadium. I do just hope it's in Denver just because it's the Denver Broncos, not the Lone Tree Broncos. It's the Denver Broncos.
Oh, my God. I understand why you say that. I got it. But
don't let me have the text line sick you now.
But I gave you a list of teams. The Dallas Cowboys don't play in Dallas. The Buffalo Bills don't play in Buffalo. The New York Jets and Giants don't even play in the state of New York.
But I always tell my wife and my kids when they start looking at somebody else's yard and their lawn, let's focus on our own, baby.
Sure.
Let's focus on our own. Yeah, they may do something different, but we're gonna do it this way. This is our way.
Well,
the Denver Bronco way.
Well, it'd be great. That'd be best case scenario. I'm having doubts for the first time in a handful of months. I just thought this was a formality. They'll get through it, and I still think it's the most likely result. But again, my optimism that it's staying in Denver is not the same that it was yesterday morning when I woke up. So, okay, shifting gears. Bleacher Report. They ranked the top 10 wide receiver units in the NFL. The Broncos made the list. We'll tell you where coming up. And also, I have a big picture question to ask about Nikola Jokic as we head into Game 4 of the NBA Finals tonight. We'll get to all of that as we're on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
What is the one thing that can turn the Broncos defense into the best in the league?
Yeah, what is it? If you want to say they're top 5 defense in the league, you're right. If you want to say they're top 3, you're right. Are they the best in the league? TBD. Because if you can get the turnovers, that's when this Vance Joseph defense takes the next step. They start getting takeaways, they're already frustrating to opponents. They're already suffocating to opponents. If you start taking the ball away, you want to talk about fear factor.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Hey, it's Zach here. Are you seeing cracks in your home's drywall or foundation? Call Homestrong. Their highly qualified technicians provide free inspections and quotes. With 20-plus years experience in the foundation repair and concrete industry, one thing is certain. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Don't miss out on the biggest savings of the year at Cresco Restaurant Equipment's 4-day expo sale, June 10th through 13th in Aurora. Huge discounts on their entire inventory of restaurant equipment and supplies. Factory reps on hand and giveaways. Search Cresco Denver Expo for details.
He's a former coach with 2 sons who played professional basketball. Satch Sullinger's a competitive individual, but his golf game was suffering because of painful joints.
Right, that's real important. The golf game. Right. As we get older, we create these bad habits because we're relegated to hit a certain way.
QC Kinetics used regenerative treatments, all natural healing properties from Satch's own body, to restore those damaged joints and get his golf game back on track.
QC Kinetics regenerative medicine is regenerating me, all natural. And that's what I'm about. I'm going to tell everybody why I'm better.
Oh, and by the way, looks like the competitive Satch is back.
We're all in the same boat, and I'm getting better, and I'm watching them stay old.
Go to QCkinetics.com. Get relief and your game back. Call for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Dental phobia? Consider Sedation Dentistry with Clarkson Dental. Their highly trained team will lead you through an exceptional dental experience from that first fearful call all the way through to aftercare. Call the most experienced sedation dentist and staff. Clarkson Dental, coloradosedation.com. DenverSports.com.
When disaster hits your home, it's game time. Water in the basement, fire damage, mold creeping in. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Able. Able Restoration is your first-round draft pick for emergency response, mitigation, and full rebuild. We move fast, protect your property, and fight for you with insurance start to finish. This isn't practice. This is your home. And when it's time to step up and protect what matters most, bring Able to the table. Call 303-590-5600. That's 303-590-5600. Go Able. Bring Able to the table.
Hi, this is Larry Jagger with SCL Mortgage, letting you know about our second mortgages for anything you need, including home improvements, paying off debt, and more. Visit us at myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here, and if you're a guy over 50 dealing with an enlarged prostate, you need to know about PAE, prostate artery embolization. It's minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're back home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatments with near zero impact on sexual function. Top-tier radiologists, boutique setting, personalized care in Lakewood. Go to coloradoae.com.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, as we roll along here, appreciate you guys rocking with us here on a Wednesday. I want to get back into the Broncos here. Bleacher Report ranked the top 10 wide receiver units in the NFL. Here we go. Did the Broncos make the list? The answer is yes. We'll tell you where in just a second. But for the last time, I want to... One, say thank you to everyone who has donated to 100 Holes of Golf for Kids on behalf of the nonprofit Recruiting Classroom. All right, it's been unbelievable. The show of support. The event is tomorrow. The aim is to impact the lives of 440 kids over the next year. And the goal was $5,000. And we have hit the goal. And you're a part of it, man. A super generous donation under the name D's Nuts for $250.
I'm just being a role player, man.
Oh my god!
Star in my role, right, ZB?
Just too funny, man. And so you were awesome. All right, and Amanda Brown here, our program director, donating. Katie Reed, our market manager, donating. And look, the point of the nonprofit is very straightforward. It's to help disadvantaged kids play sports that they otherwise wouldn't be playing. And for the last time this year, I'll briefly share two very quick stories. because I've been on each end of this. I went to go play hockey when I was around 12 years old, desperately wanted to play. I was rooting for the Buffalo Sabres like crazy at that time, and they were going to the Stanley Cup and losing to the Stars, and I wanted to play hockey. And we went to Play It Again Sports and added it up and realized that it just wasn't going to be in the cards for too much money. Being raised by a single mom at the time, raising 2 boys. And so that stung. That definitely stung. And later, 4 years later, I'm in high school and was on the other end of it, where I wrote a letter to a nonprofit called the Fast Break Fund, and they funded, it was like a $600 sleepaway camp the whole week, every meal taken care of, staying in cabins, basketball camp called Greg Kubak Basketball Camp in Brant Lake. And I got picked and I got to go, and it changed my summer. I have memories from it to this day. And so I've experienced both ends of this. And so it's something that I'm passionate about, this specific nonprofit, and you guys have been great. And I said that if you guys wanted to donate and you gave $25 or more, I'd give you a shout out. And the donations at ZachCares.com, ZachCares.com, cares.com, have been incredible. So real quick, I'm going to try to rifle through these.
Damn, there's a lot of them. I love it.
Phillip Lindsay being one of them, under D's Nuts. Scott Kilker donated. Charles Barbary, appreciate you. Adam Kimber, I cannot believe this is real, Phil. Yesterday, during this conversation, a gentleman by the name of Adam Kimber donated $1,000.
Damn.
Like knock me over with a feather. Just absolutely insane.
Let me hold $1. Come on, Adam.
Srihard Aridi, appreciate you. Craig O'Connell, the Hadricks family, Michael Hinton, Aaron Beatty, Christian Hiles, Barry Richardson, a $500 donation. Are you serious? Appreciate you so much. Wayne Davis, $250. Chad Barrett, John Lutz, Jeffrey Davis, Evan Lawson, Josh Dickerson, Samuel Udell, Erica Anderson, Karen Papajohn, David Hastet, Christopher Peruzzi, Jeff Ryan. I appreciate all you guys so much.
Our listeners are great.
They're the best.
Come on.
They're the best. And so thank you guys. And obviously none of this money is going to me. Every single dollar is going to be put back into kids in our community.
Well, didn't you have one called ZachsCar.com? Help you with your car?
No, it's ZachCares.com.
Did you have 2 of them out there?
No, there's no Russell Wilson shenanigans happening with this nonprofit. So appreciate you guys. Okay, Bleacher Report ranked the top 10 wide receiver units in the NFL. Did the Broncos make the list? The answer is yes. Counting down from number 10.
All right.
The Houston Texans. And what they did is they gave the 3 top receivers next to every team. The Texans were ranked as the 10th best wide receiver unit with Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Jaden Higgins. The New England Patriots were number 9 on this list. A.J. Brown, Kayshon Boutte, Romeo Dobbs. Then you get to the Jacksonville Jags with Brian Thomas, Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington. Then you get to the Seattle Seahawks. Still haven't heard the Broncos' name yet.
What number would that be for Seattle?
Seattle was number 7.
Okay.
And their top 3 receivers, Jackson Smith and Jigba, coming off one of the great wide receiver seasons in NFL history.
Bad boy.
Cooper Kupp, along with Rashid Shaheed,
all right,
someone who you liked and expressed interest in trading for at the deadline.
I loved him as a punt kick returner, of course, but also just the speed, man, being able to open it up, stretch that football field. He ends up finding a home with Seattle, helping them out, wins the Super Bowl with Seattle, gets traded from the Saints.
That's right.
To the Seahawks, and the rest was history for my man. Shaheed.
Yeah, so no Broncos at number 10, 9, 8, or 7. You get to number 6, and it is the Denver Broncos. According to Bleacher Report, the 6th best wide receiver unit in the NFL. The 3 top receivers, the 2 you could assume, Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle. For the 3rd, they picked Troy Franklin. So what do you make of the ranking from Bleacher Report?
I mean, that's cute and all. And that's cool that the Denver Broncos are on this list, but they're top 5. they're top 5 in my eyes, and they should be top 5 in your eyes. You have Jalen Waddle, who has proven he can go for 1,000-yard years, not just one, but he's done it 3 times in his career before Tua end up kind of messing himself up, and then the Miami Dolphins end up being a very dysfunctional organization. So now he's getting back to like what he does best with a better organization. You're going to see the best out of Jalen Waddle. Courtland Sutton, who had 1,000 yards last year, very consistent. All right, one of the better receivers in the league, dependable, reliable. And then right now with Troy Franklin, he had a huge jump from year 1 to year 2. Year 1, a little over 200 yards. Year 2 went for 709 yards, a couple touchdowns, and he's only going to get better from here as he gets older. So I believe that this unit, this group, should be in the top 5 because you have Bo Nix, who is getting better, and he actually led the league in the passing attempts, so you know they're going to throw the football around. And you have these 3 receivers that have the speed, they have the agility, but also they have different strengths like Courtland Sutton, big body's going to move the chains for you, and then Waddle, who can do every route in the route tree and more. So top 5, ZB.
I can't co-sign it.
Come on.
Not yet. Not yet.
Why not? You have 2 proven receivers on the outside.
Well, okay, so you're saying they're a top 5 unit.
They are.
I think the 6th ranked wide receiver room in the NFL is perfectly placed.
Oh.
I do. And in fact, we did this conversation a week or 2 ago, and I had them at number 6. And I just don't think that, because who are you going to take out? Like, let's consider that too. And we can go over some of those names here in a second.
Please do.
But like when you're talking about Waddle, yes, Waddle, we're all excited about Jalen Waddle. Okay.
I don't know if you are.
Stop
I don't
it.
know if you are.
We are all excited about Jalen Waddle.
Okay.
But, and I guess I'll be the bad cop here just for a second.
You always are the bad cop.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Jalen Waddle has been a top 20 receiver one time in his career.
See, are we going to have this argument again? There's context.
I
to
understand there's context. I understand. But with the information that I have right now, and look, we're debating whether it's 5th or 6th, right? So, but
I mean, that can get you paid a lot of money if you're in the top 5.
It can. So I think they're perfectly placed. I mean, I think you can make an argument that maybe Seattle, like if we're doing this job in Seattle and Jackson Smith and Jigba just went for nearly 1,800 yards and they go and win the Super Bowl.
But this is it's about the group.
Along with Cooper Kupp and Rashid Shaheed, like those are good players.
They're really, really good players, but Cooper's getting older.
He is.
I can't sit here today and say Cooper Kupp is better than Courtland Sutton.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not.
And then Shaheed, I mean, he's a utility guy. He's not a true receiver. Now, yes, he has the speed. He's going to stretch the football field for you, but there's a reason why the Saints decided to trade him. But he's a great asset when it comes to the special teams game. So, yeah, I mean, look, altogether, the Denver Broncos are more well-rounded as a receiver room
than Seattle.
Than Seattle.
That's fair. Oh, okay, perfect. I'll meet you in the middle, okay? They belong at number 6. Who you taking out? You want them in the top 5. Easy to say.
Top 5, baby.
Easy to say.
I feel like I'm putting everybody in the top 5.
Yes, you had Jalen Waddle last week as a top 5 receiver. I'm like, get back from that ledge, all right? In Bleacher Report's ranking, this was the top 5.
Okay.
The Detroit Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
Jamison Williams, who you wanted to trade for and give a $300 million contract to. Isaac Tesla, all right? They're number 5. Then you have the Los Angeles Rams with Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Jordan Whittington.
Yeah, I'll keep the Rams in there.
And then the Lions?
Detroit, I mean, like, there's a lot of, like, come on. Even when it comes to Detroit being over the Denver Broncos when it comes to, like, the best chances to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but, like, by the odds,
By the odds. It's like, what are they seeing in Detroit that they're not seeing in the Denver Broncos?
That's a good
question.
question.
About a receiver duo, like, they're really good, but they're not as consistent as Jalen Waddle and Courtland Sutton. I'm telling you, man, I'm watching the games, like, they're not consistent.
So the trio of Troy Franklin.
Yes.
Jalen Waddle
and Courtland Sutton
is better than Amon-Ra St. Brown,
yes.
Jamison Williams.
Jamison Williams is like you pair him up with Jalen Waddle, which both of them went to the same school together, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Amon St. Brown, who's a star.
He's a star,
but also Courtland Sutton's right there with my man.
Courtland Sutton is not right there with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay.
He's not. St. Brown went over 1,400 yards, and Jamison Williams went over 1,100 yards.
How many more receptions though? Like that matters. There was games where Courtland Sutton wasn't catching the ball at all. where Amon St. Brown, he's going to get targeted 5 or 6 times no matter what.
I'm just reacting to the scenarios that they're in.
And I'm just explaining that like my man
Amon St.
Court.
Brown, you can't have 2 receivers over 1,100 yards and then no.
Okay, so
no.
you won't put Detroit in there. Go ahead.
No, yeah.
That's what they're not in my list.
And then and then it's the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, and if you're just joining us, Bleacher Report ranked the top 10 wide receiver units in the league. Broncos came in at number 6. The Bengals are at number 3 with Chase and Higgins, and then you have number 2 is the Dallas Cowboys with CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Ryan Flournoy, and then number 1 is the Minnesota Vikings with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and Juwan Jennings. So you're taking out Detroit, is that right? Do I have that right?
I'm taking out Detroit.
Okay.
Taking out Detroit.
Okay.
What? Look, hold on. Look, we're going to do it right here. You had Cortland with 74 receptions. Amon St. Brown with 117 receptions.
Yeah, it's a better season.
And 11 touchdowns. What Court have?
Phil, I know we're doing this job in Denver. Cortland Sutton is not Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And the Lions fired their offensive coordinator with all that firepower. Come on, Z.
He went for over 1,400 yards and 11 touchdowns, and the secondary wide receiver went for over 1,100 yards.
Okay.
So basically, the second wide receiver, Jamison Williams, had the best season Sutton's ever had in 2019.
Tell me this. You don't think that that's going to happen with Jalen Waddle and Cortland Sutton this year?
It could. I said with the information I have now.
I know. I'm just saying.
A year from now, hopefully they're number 1.
I don't know about that, but they're going to be in the top 5 for sure.
All right.
Look at you, man.
Look at you.
God.
This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver, and KARS FM Laramie. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. Powered by Regen RX.
Woo! There we go.
It's a lot of stuff to remember.
It is.
It's a lot of stuff to remember.
I do not envy your job.
Oh, my gosh. All right, so we'll have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, look, top 5, top 6, they're right there. Right, really good. Detroit's really good. Denver's really good. And they get to go on the football field and show us why they should or shouldn't be in the top 5.
Yeah.
The Denver Broncos.
Yep. Just go out there and prove it.
Simple.
But number 6 is pretty damn glossy.
It really is.
There's no way they're inside the top 10 this time last year with the information that we had at that time or even at the end of the season. But Waddle changes everything. He does. So we'll see how it pans out. And as Troy Franklin as the 3rd wide receiver, we'll see that I understand why he's there. Mm-hmm. He had the most productive season. He had the biggest jump from year 1 to year 2. But I don't know what year 1 to year 2 looks like for Pat Bryant. That's I'm like, if things continue to trend the way that like that growth arc last year and where he was in the first quarter of the season, where he was in the final quarter of the season, you get to a game against the Buffalo Bills in the biggest game of the year at the time, and it's the first 15 and a sneak peek on like what they're thinking, and they targeted him 3 of the first 5 plays of the game. Is like, this thing is trending towards Pat Bryant season.
No, I mean, I'm not going to have a lot of pushback. I need Pat Bryant to do his part. The number 3 receiver, you need to have those weapons out there. With that being said, Troy Franklin with the speed, going into year 3 for himself. He himself actually talked about before Jalen Waddle got there that he wanted to be an all-pro or a Pro Bowl receiver this year. That means his mentality is just going to be different, where he's focusing on himself and getting better. So I think it's going to be a battle between Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin. I wish I could say Marvin Mims, but by that time, maybe Mims is out the door, gets traded. But for Troy Franklin, because of that speed that he has, it's elite, man. And watching it in person, it's like, wow. You know, he's a slender body guy that has a big stride, that runs really, really good routes, that's starting to kind of come into his all and have a lot of confidence within himself. That's going to be a scary sight to see during camp and obviously during this year.
All right. I can't wait to watch it. We get another sneak peek tomorrow at OTAs. We'll hear from Davis Webb for the first time. They're letting the coordinators talk.
Here we go.
And so I'm fascinated with what we're going to hear from someone like Davis Webb tomorrow. On the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043, Rob in Windsor says Cortland Sutton, and then in all caps, is not a number one wide receiver on any NFL team stop being weird. Hey, Rob, you stop being weird.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Yeah, Rob.
Because we just watched it. What do you mean Cortland Sutton's not a number one on? We just watched the Denver Broncos win 14 games with Cortland Sutton as their unequivocal number one, go for 1,000 yards, average nearly 14 yards a catch with 7 touchdowns. Like, we saw it. They were in the AFC Championship game with so not only like not number one on any team, he was a number one wide receiver on one of the best teams in all of football.
And here's another thing, Rob. If they didn't believe that Cortland Sutton was the number one receiver, they wouldn't have given that man the contract. They extended him. I mean, Court has like 3 contracts with the Denver Broncos.
Correct.
Because he's consistent. He does the dirty work. He can block. All right, he's catching and moving the chains on third down. That's more important. Being able to be available on third down so that you can move the chains and have an opportunity to score touchdowns, not field goals.
So I'm glad you mentioned this because as much as we disagree on stuff, we agree on Cortland Sutton. Guys, he was the number one receiver, not just on the Denver Broncos. Cortland Sutton was the number one receiver in the entire NFL on third and fourth downs. The money downs, the gotta have it downs to stay on the football field. Not Justin Jefferson, not Jamar Chase, not Amon-Ra St. Brown, not JSN. The number one wide receiver on third and fourth downs in all of the NFL last year was Cortland Sutton. So let's just, again, am I saying that Sutton is JSN? No, I wouldn't say that. No. I wouldn't say that. But for someone, and it's not just Rob, right? And Rob, we appreciate you listening and chiming in, even though you accuse us as being weird. He's not alone, but like Cortland Sutton is a very good receiver. Is he going to the Hall of Fame? No. He's a very good receiver. Is he top 10 on every single wide receiver statistical category in the history of the Denver Broncos? He is. Does Cortland Sutton, you know how many touchdowns Cortland Sutton has in the last 3 seasons?
How many?
25.
That's a lot of touchdowns, man.
Yeah, it's some of the most in the entire NFL. 25 touchdown catches over the last 3 seasons. Like, I'm telling you, there's going to come a day, and we talk about this with Jokic and McKinnon, and I'm not putting Sutton in that category, even though it just sounded like it. So I apologize. But there's going to come a day where, like, you want to know what? You're going to be driven mad by a receiver like Jerry Jeudy or the next guy you think is a can't miss who can't catch the ball, and on Sundays you're going to be saying, Cortland Sutton would have caught that.
He's a glue guy, man. He's a glue guy, a solid receiver that's going to do his part. You don't always need to be the star of the show. You just have to make sure you're doing your part to the best of your ability, starring in your role, and that's exactly what Court does. And when he's asked to do more, go above and beyond, he will do that for you. When he's asked to not do as much and maybe not catch a ball at all, he's not going to complain. So what are we doing here?
All right. Shifting gears here a little bit.
Sorry, Rob. We had to get in on you. Get in on that ass. But I'm sorry, dude. You can't just be going out there saying that about old Court.
All right.
I'm sorry, Z. Go ahead.
No. Just shifting gears a little bit here. I said that I have a big picture question to ask about Nikola Jokic. We're going into Game 4 of the NBA Finals tonight. Guys, we got the numbers today from Game 3. 23 million Americans watched Knicks Spurs Game 3. It's the highest rated game in the NBA Finals since Michael Jordan's last series with the Chicago Bulls in 1998 in a rematch against the Utah Jazz.
Dang.
This is the area that we're in right now. And there's this thought out there that, like, baseball, because the baseball ratings are up, and there's this thought out there that the baseball ratings are going to surpass. Like, no. More people watched Game 3 of the NBA Finals on average, because it peaked at 26 million. The average was 23 million. Think about this. That's more, on average, than people watched the World Series last year and the Stanley Cup combined. All right? Drew had a stat, and I think it was more viewed than 4 of the 6 championship series that Michael Jordan ever played in.
Yeah.
That is crazy. The NBA is in such a good place right now, even with the long-standing face of the NBA, not just on the back 9, but on hole number 18 in LeBron James. Steph Curry might be on hole 17 of the back 9. And So there's just, and it's really good, and I think more people are going to watch tonight.
I mean, it's must-watch TV. You have Wemby, who's like this alien that you've never seen before. You got a big market with the New York Knicks and how they're doing things with the vets, and a lot of them haven't been able to feel the chill of that trophy, so you're rooting for them. And then a bunch of young guys that are really, really good for the Spurs, not just Wemby, that play well together and they're ahead of schedule when it comes to just winning. How could you not want to watch this, right? And also with the NBA, it seems like you're starting to get a lot of the teams that are pushing away from the older guys because it's time for them to go, and now the new ones are coming up. And you and a DG over here, ZB and DG, have been talking about how this draft, when it comes to college for the NBA, it's going to be out of this world with talent.
It's a stocked draft.
And so, like, people want to see that, man. They want to see the next LeBron James, the next Jokic, or the SGA that nobody gets to really know about because you're not watching college basketball like that. But now you get to see them once they get drafted. Like, it's fun. NBA seems fun again.
Yeah, and you want to know what we're getting here in the NBA Finals? We're getting ethical basketball. It's not about trying to get to the free throw line. We have two defensive-minded teams who play the game the right way. And I think that matters too. And we have these group of older players like LeBron James, Steph Curry, someone like Kevin Durant, James Harden, who are all still in the NBA, Kawhi Leonard, and all still playing at a high level. It really is remarkable, this group of old guys that is still in the league. And then you have this group in the middle, guys like Jokic, Jamal Murray, Luka Doncic, SGA, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, who have like been around, Devin Booker, Brunson, guys like that, who have like been around and are in the prime of their careers. And then you have this crop of really young guys like Cade Cunningham and Paolo Banchero and Victor Wembanyama, who are coming. And then you have this draft that you're just referring to that is stacked to the point where you had 1/3 of the entire league trying to lose games in order to get more ping pong balls.
Insane, man.
To the point where it was so egregious, the league literally is changing the rules immediately about to get tanking out of basketball.
I was going to say discontinue, but I know that was wrong.
No. I was thinking of disincentivized.
Okay.
And so the league's in a great spot. 23 million people on average watching. That is like NFL territory.
Yeah.
That is college football playoff territory. And so the league's in a great spot. My question about Jokic is, do you think Jokic will ever have the title of greatest player in the world ever again?
Ooh, this is a big one. And I think for me, I'm going to answer this. People are not going to like me. I'm going to be Zach Byer.
Oh, you're the bad cop now.
I'm the bad cop now. I do not believe, moving forward, that Jokic will have that title, greatest player in the world, again. One, Father Time catches up with you. You're getting older, just like everybody else. ZB, you're up there, 40 years old, right?
Not yet.
Gray hairs.
Not yet.
No, you're young. You're still young. Look at you.
It's my last stand. I'm on 39.
Still look good.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, man. You look up and time goes by. But that's for athletes in general. Like you can't be 30. Let's just say you're 37 years old competing with a 22-year-old,
right,
and think you're on the same page as them. No, they're young. They have young legs, young arms, and they're just different. So with that being said, for Jokic, he's getting up there. You have Wemby, that's 22 years old. He's not even 23 yet.
Crazy.
SGA, that's in his prime. All right, Luka, that's in his prime. I do not believe that we're going to sit here and say that Jokic is the greatest player in the world. And when you think of somebody that's the greatest player in the world right now, I'm thinking of a guy that's going to play defense and score, right? And be able to do the assist and the rebounds. Jokic is going to be the best offensive player. You could say that. But the best player in general, it's not going to be Jokic moving forward, ZB.
Man, so I understand what you're saying about defense. All right,
you must play D.
You have to, and Jokic has really regressed in that department. He was never a great defender. His defense shows up in different ways. He's incredibly smart. He clogs passing lanes. He gets his hands on so many basketballs. by way of deflections. He steals the basketball at the same rate as a guard does. And then defensive rebounding, it's a part of defense, of course. But I would be not on good footing trying to argue against you. Jokic, even if you go back and watch the 2023 season, he moved different. He was more of a defensive presence.
Yeah.
And it seems like, especially this postseason, man, oh man. One, the value of Aaron Gordon, it really started to sink in if we didn't already realize it in the first place. Of course we did. But when he's not able to rotate backside as a team defender, and the problem is it's so fundamental. The Denver Nuggets don't have a lot of point of attack defenders. So like the guy guarding the basketball, they don't have a lot of guys that do that at a high level, by NBA standards.
Yeah.
So you're seeing a lot of blow-bys. I mean, how many straight line drives did we see from Minnesota? It was so discouraging. But what's more discouraging than the straight line drive is that after they got past the primary point of attack defender, it's Jokic at the rim. And Jokic doesn't put much effort anymore into, again, he's not naturally a rim protector. We know that. But
the effort could be there. A little bit more effort at least.
It's less than ever before.
And that's why. And so
I'll give that to you.
And also on top of that, it's not just a one-man band, right? You still got 4 other guys that have to do their part. And for the Nuggets, you look at them, they all look old. They look slow. They look like they're not going to be starring in their role anytime soon. So you need to help Jokic by adding the athletic ability, adding the young players to help him out and hide him defensively. And I don't believe they're going to do that. They don't have the money to right now unless they're going to make some huge changes.
And by the way, and I know you know this to be true,
ahead, yeah.
This is what makes the importance of Peyton Watson so significant, because P-Watt represents those things that the Nuggets don't have. The point of attack defense. He is a rim protector. He does check that box of athleticism. He does check that box of shooting defense. Like, he is the modern NBA wing. And you've developed him for 3 years. You can't let him walk out the door. It just can't happen. 4 years, rather.
So, ZB, for you, will Jokic ever be called the greatest player to play the game? Again.
I don't think the conversation's dead yet. I'll say that. I do not think that conversation's dead yet. Like, we have to remind ourselves, Nikola Jokic just finished second in the MVP. Second for a 6th straight season. First time since Larry Bird in the mid-1980s. Like, this is insane. And so I think that, but here's what I know. The phrase out of sight, out of mind exists for something like this. We haven't seen Jokic play basketball in over a month. That's what happens when you get bounced in the first round. And you cannot retain the title of greatest player on planet Earth. In the game of basketball, no less, when only 5 guys play at once, you can't get bounced in the first round and retain that title. So now it's a ladder match. Who's going to climb up there and grab the title? Right now it looks like Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
It looks like that. And I agree. Every single team in the NBA, and this is the harsh truth, every single team in the NBA, Denver, Oklahoma City, Milwaukee, doesn't matter. Every single team in the NBA would trade their best player for Victor Wembanyama. That's the truth. He's 22 years old. You would mortgage a farm if you had an opportunity. And obviously, this isn't a real conversation because the Spurs would never even consider it. The Spurs' 3 best players are 22, 21, and 20 years old.
Damn.
And so, but here's what I'll say. There will be a point in next season where Jokic is doing Jokic stuff. We have to remember, we saw him have a 62-point triple-double this year. The chunkiest triple-double of all time when you're talking about, over 20 rebounds.
Yeah.
And the guy just he became the first player in the history of the sport that Dr. James Naismith made up about 100 years ago. He became the first player in the history of basketball to lead the NBA in rebounds and assists and be a top 5 scorer. He's one of the greatest players I've ever seen. And I think that there will be a stretch in this coming year where we get reminded who this guy is. He's still in the prime of his career. It's arguably his best season ever. So,
but no doubt, like we're going to be sitting here saying Jokic is the greatest offensive player. That's what we're going to be saying. That's what I will be saying. Unless he decides he wants to play defense too, that's what I would say. He's the greatest offensive player that's out there. For Wemby is going to be able to do it all. He's young. He wants to play defense. He won Defensive Player of the Year because of what he does best.
Unanimously, for the first time in the history of the game. So we had two things happen for the first time ever. Jokic, first player ever to lead the league in rebounds and assists in the same season. And Wemby, like the fact that 100 voters agreed that it's Wemby.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We as human beings, we don't agree on stuff. Not with sports, not with politics, not what, color the sky is. And I've said this for years. This is why they go on TV and say, well, 9 out of every 10 dentists agree that there's one who's like, nope, not co-signing Crest this year. So the fact that every single voter agreed that Victor Wembanyama was Defensive Player of the Year is insane. We've never seen an impact like his defensively. Not Hakeem Olajuwon, not Dikembe Mutombo, not Ben Wallace, not Rudy Gobert. No one. There's no precedent for what we're seeing. And so the likelihood is shrinking for Jokic that he'll get that title back. That that title, it's fluid. It doesn't auto renew like a subscription.
You got to earn it
every single night. But I've talked about that Jay-Z song from 20 years ago, Reminder from the Blueprint 3, and when he says 10 number one albums in a row, who's better than me? Only the Beatles. Nobody's ahead of me. I crushed Elvis in his blue suede shoes, made the Rolling Stones seem sweet as Kool-Aid too.
Ooh-wee.
And there will be a stretch of Reminder from Nikola Jokic this coming year.
You
where
put that on for me when Jokic starts going off.
Sure, yes, we should bump in with it. But I just think that when someone's out of sight, they're out of mind. And this guy just finished second in MVP voting. His time may be short, but I don't think the conversation's dead. That's what I'll say. I don't think it's dead.
He's going to be the Undertaker. You think he's buried and he's going to come back? Oh, no, here he goes off the top ropes with it.
You ever see Taker do that when he walks the rope? When he walks, yeah.
That's a big dude, too.
He's huge, like 6'8", 6'9", something like that. I hope I'm right.
I do, too.
Do you? The chances that I am right versus you, it's shrinking.
That's always the case, Z, in every argument we have.
Well,
what else is new?
Wemby's becoming undeniable and inevitable.
22 years old?
22 years old with the heart of a lion. That dude, see, this is the thing. Wemby's wiring, man, like it's for a Frenchman, no less. I mean, this guy is a killer. He's coming with it. And he's coming for it, to quote myself at the top of every 5 o'clock hour.
It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
He is so determined. He's had a goal since 13 years old to be the greatest player in the world. This is someone who's going on retreats with monks. This is someone who's dribbling a basketball.
Damn, with monks?
3 miles. You haven't seen that?
No.
Brother, he went on a retreat, shaved his head, lived like a monk to try.
This man can float.
He is trying to unlock every piece of his potential. We've never seen a raw talent like him in the history of the game. He's arguably the greatest prospect in the history of basketball, more than Lou Alcindor, more than Shaquille O'Neal, more than LeBron James. We've never seen someone have a wingspan like a 747 that can jump. He's 7'3". He can shoot it. He's determined. The calisthenics that he does. This man walks around on his hands and feet like the crab walk. Yeah. To work every muscles in all the muscles in his feet. This is someone who, he is just. He's here. His nickname is the Alien.
This guy is a monk.
Did you see some of that?
Yes.
Dude, it's unbelievable. He is so determined. He's got the heart of a lion. And whether it's this year or next year, he will win multiple championships. He's just unlocking. He can just buy a beer, but can't rent a car. That's how young he is. And here he is in the NBA Finals. Unbelievable.
Heart of a lion, head of a monk.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's unique. We've never seen anything like him. I hope Jokic and someone's saying Wemby's too fragile. What are you pointing to? Outside of your initial projection for his body type, what are you pointing to? He's not fragile. He missed some time because of a blood clot.
Yeah, like a health issue.
Like, he's not fragile at all. He's tougher than a $2 steak. So it's an uphill battle for Jokic, but I don't think the convo is dead yet. And I hope this is not wishful thinking on my part. All right. There could be a camp cut at the most important position in sports. Would it make sense for the Broncos to pounce? That's next.
It's the ultimate showdown for a great cause.
Setting up the ultimate gold medal showdown.
On June 11th, Brandon Stokely goes head-to-head with Zach By in 100 Holes for Kids. 100 holes of golf. It's a one-day event all to raise money for Recruiting Classroom, whose mission it is to help kids play sports. Who will raise the most? That's where you come in. Pick your player, make your donation, and help kids win. To support Brandon Stokely, head to StokelyCares.com. To support Zach By, head to ZachCares.com.
What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Thanks to Xfinity's summer savings event, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through June 15th, get gig Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 years with equipment and unlimited data included. No strings, no commitments, and get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected online from threats. Plus, you can even try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions applies, requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account, taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required, speeds vary, use of fiber, coaxial cable.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic.
And I'm other GLP-1s kind of like him. Hey, did I hear there's a pill version of Ozempic?
Yep, you sure did. Ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of the Ozempic pen or pill may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide tablets 9 milligrams and Ozempic semaglutide injection 2 milligrams.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. With all these Bluebird days in Colorado, enjoy the view through energy-efficient windows from Bluebird Windows and Doors. All June, it's their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% on your window and door projects. And when you mention you heard it from me, you'll save an extra 5%. Bluebird's family-owned, serving the Front Range for over a decade, with windows, doors, and siding built for Colorado's harsh climate. Financing available. Visit GoBluebirdCO.com. Bluebird Windows and Doors. Make today a Bluebird day.
I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. A lot of new firms aren't even from Colorado, but we are. For 47 years, we've known Colorado law, we fought for our neighbors, and we won for our community. If you've been injured, call 303 Good Law.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
Behind every door is a story. Let Weichert guide yours with expert advice and peace of mind for all of your real estate needs. Weichert, the bright choice. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
This summer, all roads lead to Groove Toyota in Inglewood during our Summer on Us sales event. Choose from hundreds of pre-owns, 40 under 15 grand, from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. See the selection at GrooveToyota.com. More than 100 used Toyotas, including Toyota Certified. Reserve your vehicle now at GrooveToyota.com. Start here, go anywhere. Offer expires 6/7/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply with approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at ColoradoRLE.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. ColoradoRLE.com.
Your roof's the single most important part of your house. Snow and high winds can damage your roof. Don't trust your roof to any fly-by-night roofing companies. Call the professionals at Golden Spike for a free roof inspection and tell them you heard about it on the Fan. They're a locally owned company and a Team Dave Logan member.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
This segment on The Fan is built by Denver Deck Builders.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD2, playoff basketball action continues as San Antonio faces New York in Game 4, starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, change of plans here. I said going into the most recent break that there could be a camp cut at the most important position in sports. Would it make sense for the Broncos to pounce? We'll table that here for just a second because we have some developing news on the Denver Broncos front. Okay. And maybe a little bit of controversy, if not confusion. So Chris Thomason of the Denver Gazette says agent Derek Gilmore tells Denver Gazette contract talks have started between the Broncos and his client, cornerback Jaquan McMillan. We've had good conversations regarding Jaquan and his future. It's clear the organization values him, end quote. Indications are no deal is imminent. Okay. Then you have my buddy Zach Stevens saying, per source, while the Broncos think highly of Jaquan McMillan, they are not in any active contract negotiations with him or his agent right now. Of course, they stay in communication with his agent, but there are no contract talks right now. Huh.
Who do you believe?
Interesting.
It is. It is that this is coming out at this time. OTAs, Jaquan McMillan looking for a contract that gets put out there. You don't just put something out there, and somebody's not going to report on it if they don't have a good source that's going to keep up with things. And it could be the agent, and maybe it's not. But If this wasn't a situation where you have Jaquan McMillan and Jahdae Barron, who you just drafted in the first round if you're the Denver Broncos, that are playing the same position, I think that this contract with Jaquan McMillan would have been done. But because Jaquan McMillan is in a battle, or you have Jahdae Barron as a first-round draft pick, Jaquan McMillan, who's undrafted, and the vision is just not there for him, they're not quick to try to get this contract done. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of all this. If I'm Jaquan, I want a contract. I don't want to be put on a tender after doing all this work for 2 or 3. It was 3 years. 3 years of work. Now it's time for you to pay up.
Well, and he was also right there with the most successful nickel corners in the entire league a year ago.
Yeah.
He was incredible in the postseason. And this is one of these where, and we've been talking about it for a while and forecasting that this could get weird.
It's going to get messy now, Z.
You think messy?
Oh, it's going to get messy because Jaquan's going to want a contract. And if you're going to put him out there as a starter, then he wants to be paid as a starter. Everybody else is getting their bread on the defense. Why can't I? If that's his mindset, which it should be. Now for Jahdae Barron, you have a chance because you were drafted in the first round to go out there and show that you belong on the field as a starter. And they're going to give you every opportunity, like I say. All right, when you're a first-round draft pick, they give you every opportunity in the world to show everybody that you belong there. They don't care how many times you mess up. They're going to keep giving you those opportunities. Not an undrafted free agent. So it's going to get messy.
Man, very, very interesting. This one is actually hard to forecast. I don't know how this is going to go because if you do ultimately extend Jaquan McMillan, it is a bit of an admission about Jahdae Barron. And you like to think that they're not connected. The truth is they are. We know that they are.
Yeah.
And so if you extend Barron, you're in this sort of sticky wicket with, or excuse me, if you extend McMillan, you're in this sticky wicket with Barron. But if you don't, and there's potential agenda involved, and when I say agenda, I mean just like the natural order of things. When an organization has a vision for a guy, you know this infinitely better than me, but like when an organization has a vision for a guy, it can trump a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're going to try to see it through.
It could trump even what their eyes are telling them on the football field.
Well, and if that's the case, then ZB, trade Jaquan McMillan if it's that big of a deal, and you don't want to pay this man. If I'm Jaquan McMillan and you don't want to pay me, I want to go somewhere else where there is a vision for me.
But you're in a Super Bowl window. He's one of your best defensive players right now.
If I'm Jaquan McMillan, I'm going to say, well, you don't value me that much to pay me, so, like, why do I care? Like, this is about making sure that I get money for my family now, not just win a Super Bowl for myself, but also for this organization, just for you to throw me out after this and put Jahdae Barron there. No, that's not how it works when you're producing on that football field. And that's why I think it's going to get messy. And also, I had it in my notes because we're going to talk about OTAs and what to look for.
Yeah.
I had on there, like, I'm watching Jahdae Barron because you and I both were out there last Thursday.
Yep.
Jahdae Barron was on the sideline for whatever reason, whether he was, hurt or whatever the case may be. I don't know. And Jaquan McMillan was getting a lot of reps. So tomorrow, is Jahdae Barron out there getting reps with the ones at all? Is Jahdae Barron out there at all, or is he dealing with an injury that's still sidelining him? So it's going to be interesting to see what this looks like throughout camp, Z.
Well, yes, it is. Well, that's for darn sure. That's for darn sure. And you can say what the Broncos have said the first year about Jahdae Barron, when your 20th overall pick doesn't play, and you sort of say the right things where, when you talk about him, it's positional flexibility, and you can kick him inside, outside, and everything's all good, everything's according to plan. There's no way this was the plan. And if this carries on into year number 2, which it absolutely could, because Jaquan McMillan is a better football player at the NFL level right now than Barron, with the information that we have, and we believe the Broncos because actions over words.
Yep.
When it was time to put people on the field, it was McMillan from start to finish.
Who can you trust? And in the Super Bowl window, who can you trust?
And he only validated that trust with his play. So how they play this, because I would just say from football first, right? But from a PR perspective, how they'll try to spin this, that everything's gravy and everything's going according to plan. You can do that year 1. Not so much in year 2 with the 20th overall pick.
Z, the excuse is going to be, well, Jahdae Barron's very flexible. He can play on the inside. He can play on the outside. The only thing to that is, okay, Riley Moss is the starting cornerback on the outside. You're not getting rid of Patrick Surtain.
Of course not.
So, like, where's there room for Jahdae Barron other than a depth player if he's not ready to take on that nickel position? It's going to be a competition, and it's going to come down to pride for the Denver Broncos.
Right,
in the
yes,
front office.
I agree with this.
Are you going to obey, like you like to say, obey your eyes and go with the better player? Or are you going to go with your vision and force something during this Super Bowl window opportunity because you guys want to be right?
Right, and that's a hell of a crossroad to be at. It really is. Because here's the thing, and I have to mention this too, and I know you already know this. Jahdae, but we're talking about him being the nickel. He wasn't drafted to be a nickel. You don't take a cornerback 20th overall in the first round for him to be your third cornerback. You drafted him to be opposite of Pat Surtain eventually.
Yeah.
And maybe you start him as a nickel and see what happens with Riley Moss, but he's not there with Moss yet, but he's not there with McMillan yet, which means he doesn't play. And then you're talking about him playing 5 snaps, in the AFC Championship game. He doesn't play a lot.
Unless if you're having contract talks and we don't know if they are, like we have 2 different versions of this, but let's say you are having contract talks now with Jaquan McMillan. Maybe now it's like, hey, we know that Jahdae Barron is going to be battling with Riley Moss for that outside position because the only way you're locking that nickel down is because he's going to be there. He's going to start for you. You have a first-round draft pick that you said he can play inside and outside, and there's no room inside. That means you may be having a battle during camp for that outside position, and that's Riley Moss's spot as of right now.
But
I'm trying to
figure
out what in the hell is going on.
No, I know. And then you have Moss, who is extension elbow.
Yes.
So it's like, I mean, he's the 83rd overall pick in the draft too. He's a premium pick. And so, yeah, this whole conversation, well, I can just promise you this. It's not going anywhere. This conversation will persist through the summer when we gather more clues, even on a day like tomorrow with OTAs, Phase 2.
Yep.
What does this look like? Is Barron still – we were talking about Caleb Lohner, who flashed earlier in the offseason to Sean Payton where he would bring him up unprompted, and then he's not out there for OTAs, and he's going to miss OTAs. He's going to miss mandatory minicamp. If you're Barron and you're fighting to validate being the 20th overall selection and you can't be out there, this is an important window for Barron too.
To establish yourself.
For different reasons than Lohner, but similar in importance. Establish himself dude, here's the thing. Do you belong on the roster?
No, this is
he doesn't play.
This is a Super Bowl window, and you want guys out there that you can trust. All right, the defense has been the backbone of this team, and you're going to make sure everybody is on the same page. And if someone like Jahdae Barron is not ready to go, you are not going to put him out there no matter if he's a first-round draft pick. But someone like Jaquan McMillan, who I know has that and we say dog way too much, but I'm going to say it in this case. He has that dog mentality where he's ready to battle because my man was never given anything. He was an undrafted free agent.
Yep.
You better be ready to battle come camp if you're Jahdae Barron.
All right, very interesting. If you want to react to it, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043, as well as our YouTube chat powered by Shop Honda. There could be a camp cut at the most important position in sports. Would it make sense for the Broncos to pounce? We'll get there next.
You asked for it, you got it. Backed by popular demand, it's the Drives Brouhaha.
Big social brouhaha.
This summer, Zach and Phil are back on the road bringing their party to you. Next up, North Glen. June 12th from 2 to 6 at the Glen Bar and Grill.
There was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Golf season is in full swing, and if you're anything like me, you're always looking for that next tee time with friends and family. What's up, guys? It's Zach here. I'm obsessed with golf these days, and that's why I spend so much time playing Aurora Golf's 5 public courses. Each course is unique and will test your skills. Aurora Hills is a great walking course. Meadow Hills is old school and has a classic layout. Murphy Creek can challenge the best players, and if you're lucky, you might catch a flyover from Buckley Space Force Base. All right, Saddle Rock feels like a mountain course in the city. The views never disappoint. Spring Hill, perfect for beginners or anyone looking to become a short game chef. What keeps me booking tee times in Aurora is their course conditions, practice facilities, friendly staffers, and restaurants for post-round fun. From beginners just starting out to competitive players, Aurora Golf has a course you'll love. Book your tee time, schedule a lesson, or learn more about their leagues and programs at golfaurora.com.
When disaster hits your home, it's game time. Water in the basement, fire damage, mold creeping in. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Able. Able Restoration is your first round draft pick for emergency response, mitigation, and full rebuild. We move fast, protect your property, and fight for you with insurance start to finish. This isn't practice. This is your home. And when it's time to step up and protect what matters most, bring Able to the table. Call 303-590-5600. That's 303-590-5600. Go Able.
Bring Able to the table.
This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
What's up, everybody? Cecil Lammy here for my friends SodaDietAndNutrition.com. Listen, 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Haven't gained the weight back. Why? Because with soda, I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And it's so fantastic to do weight loss the right way. There's no mystery pills. I'm not giving myself a shot, and there's no mystery chemicals that I'm putting into my body. This is knowing real food will bring you real results. And speaking of real, soda got me a real nutritionist, a personalized nutritionist that would work with me one-on-one via text when I had questions, concerned, and just sometimes straight up needed encouragement. Your weight loss journey, you've got a friend, you've got help, and that is Soda. They can be there for you just like they were there for me. I look and feel 10 years younger. I got my confidence back, and right now you can join Soda and your partner joins for free. That's 2 people, real accountability for the price of 1. Soda changed my life, and I thank them so much. SodaDietNutrition.com. Call them up 866-800-SODA because soda is state of the art.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hey, Stoke here for ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Summer's coming in hot. Don't wait. Beat the rush with an early bird cooling system tune-up and inspection for only $49 from ROX Rocks Heating and Air. They'll inspect your system and keep you cool when everyone else is scrambling. Call Rocks Heating and Air today and schedule your tune-up before the end of June. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
After a devastating car crash, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work. And the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At Berg Simpson Law Firm, you only pay us if we win your case. That means there's no down payment and no upfront costs to get the help you need right now. Give Berg Simpson a call and we'll be with you every step of the way.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, there could be a camp cut at the most important position in sports. Would it make sense for the Broncos to pounce? To discuss this and more, stopping by, friend of the show, the scrappy one, the scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys?
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Show absolutely flew by once again. I want to pay off the tease here, then we can move on to maybe what we learned today in Denver sports or hit something that you're hot on. By that look on your face, there's something, I'm sure. So Bleacher Report named 5 potential camp casualties and a potential destination should someone get cut. And you look at the situation in Pittsburgh when it comes to Mason Rudolph, 31-year-old backup quarterback, a new regime, no more Mike Tomlin who drafted Rudolph. You have Mike McCarthy in charge. And then they also drafted Will Howard 2 years ago out of Ohio State, young quarterback. And they also, in the 3rd round, drafted Drew Aller out of Penn State. Both of those guys offer probably more long-term upside than 31-year-old Rudolph, who actually has played pretty well as a backup. When he had the chance to start, he's got a record of 8-5-1 as Pittsburgh's starter. He is entering the final season of a 2-year, $7.5 million deal. Super cheap for that position. And unless they, keep 4 quarterbacks, which I don't think is happening, and unless they trade them, and I'm not sure about that either. Bleacher Report listed the Broncos as an ideal landing spot for Mason Rudolph. Will, do you think it makes sense?
Definitely. I'm ready to move on from Jarrett Stidham, fellas. I mean, this is a guy who puffed his chest. Love to tell you that he backed up Tom. He's supposed to be a starter in this league.
I forgot he hates Stidham.
Yeah. And then he got his chance in the second biggest stage in professional football, a conference championship game, and he fell flat on his face. So, yeah, I'd love Mason Rudolph. I've said it all along. Sean Payton has not dispelled at all that there's a backup QB competition. And I was the guy last year who said you should start Sam Ehlinger in the AFC title game, and everyone laughed at me. Could it have been?
I'm still laughing.
Well, how'd that work out for you, Phil?
What do you mean?
Jarrett Stidham cost you a shot to the Super Bowl. I don't find that funny.
He's the best. He's the best.
Look, Stidham is not going anywhere, man. There's
a backup QB competition. If he gets third, he will get cut, Phil.
There is no competition. All right, and you know what? OTAs is tomorrow. There's a bunch of people that are going to be out there. I'm going to figure out things, find some stuff out, and we can come back to this. But there is no competition. Sam Ehlinger, as of what I've seen so far, he is not going to beat Stiddy out of a job.
Well, then bring on Mason Rudolph.
No. There's a system thing. You don't want to bring in a guy that doesn't know the system. Jarrett Stidham knows the system. He has a good
How do you know the system in the AFC title game? He threw a backwards pass that gifted the Patriots 7 points, and he lost 10-7.
Yeah, there's more context to that, buddy. There's more context to that than you know right now.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
I just can't believe you watched the AFC title game and you're comfortable running it back with that guy after Bo Nix had 2 offseason ankle surgeries.
I can't believe you're already pushing this guy out for
He hates
losing a game.
He hates Stidham.
He's had one good game in his NFL career.
But also,
and Sean Payton happened to be sitting on the Fox set when it happened.
The biggest game of anybody's career, whether it was Bo Nix or Jarrett Stidham, and Stidham was sitting there for 17 games plus more because of the playoffs, cheerleading, and now we're going to put it all on Jarrett Stidham?
Hey, real quick.
It was a huge reason they lost that day.
Hey, real quick. We were just talking about the Jaquan McMillan and conflicting sort of reports here. Mike Kliss tagging himself in.
Uh-oh.
Broncos love, in all caps, nickelback Jaquan McMillan. So much so, they gave him a second-round restricted free agent tender of $5.8 million, even though he was undrafted, and therefore could have got lower salaried tender. However, contrary to social media buzz, team has not engaged in contract extension talks, I'm told. Mike's saying J-Mac should, be very thankful here. He says they love him so much so they gave him a second round, restricted free agent tender.
Smart ass Mike, huh?
We'll see how this all ages. A bit of conflicting reports out there, and I'm sure Will and Dante will touch on this at some point over the next hour on Denver Sports Tonight, coming up next.
When watching the NBA and Stanley Cup Final, just how close do the Nuggets and Avalanche seem to those teams?
Avs are obviously they're there. They are there, obviously. I know that they, got swept and it wasn't pretty in the finals, conference finals, but overall we know they're a really good team. They're going to be a really good team next year. They're just having a hard time taking that next step in the playoffs. Nuggets, I right now, we'll see if they make moves, what they do, but I think they're so far away in the West.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay. Summer is already here. Tea times, perfect drives, and enjoying the greens with your family and friends. But if joint or back pain is keeping you off the course, discover natural, pain-free relief with Regen RX. Their shockwave, stem cell, and PRP therapy could be the right move for you and the key to reclaiming your swing and active golfing life. No surgery, no downtime, and no risk. Right now, they're offering a limited number of consultations. All you need to do is text PAIN to 303-630-9770. Again, that's PAIN to 303-630-9770, or you can visit them online at regenrx.co. Again, that's regenrx.co. Don't wait any longer. Go get treated today.
Smart homeowners know that proper maintenance of their home's AC can save a bundle in the long run. Trust our comfort specialists at 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning to keep your AC running strong. A proactive tune-up can actually help your AC run more efficiently and save you money on your electric bill. Call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com. We won't leave you waiting. Sing it with me.
Always on time, or you don't pay time. Always on time, or you don't pay time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Your windows are calling. They have something to say. Here's the truth. The window's only part of it. In Colorado, even a great window can fail if it's not installed right. That's what really determines what lasts. That's why I trust Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Installation is where the conversation starts. They've served Denver and the Front Range for over 50 years, and right now, get 25% off Infinity by Marvin Windows. Visit windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
June hits different at Coors Field. Great matchups all month long, including the Chicago Cubs and Boston Red Sox. And the vibes don't stop there. Score exclusive giveaways, City Connect hat, a first-of-its-kind Dinger bobblehead, a Rockies soccer jersey, and a Hawaiian shirt on Father's Day. Baseball at altitude. It doesn't get better than this. Make your summer count. We're here for the climb. Get your tickets now at Rockies.com/tickets.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They're changing your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
When an 80,000-pound semi-truck collides with a passenger vehicle, the results can be devastating. I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been fighting for seriously injured truck accident victims in Colorado. These are complex cases that require serious resources and experience. We bring both to every case to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you or someone you love has been seriously injured in a trucking accident, don't wait. Call the Wilhite Law Firm, 303-GOOD-LAW, or visit wilhitewins.com.
You know that feeling, sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills, wondering how you got here? Credit cards, car payments, subscriptions you forgot about. It all piles up. But here's the thing. If you own a home, you're sitting on the answer. American Financing can help you declutter your monthly bills into a single, manageable
payment. They're salary-based mortgage consultants. Look at your entire financial picture, not just one piece, all right? The average customer savings is $800 a month. You may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there is never any upfront fees or obligation with American Financing. This is a family-owned lender, not one of those big banks where you're just a number. So pick up the phone and start that conversation at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000.